Hello, hello. Space Geeks 54, where are you? Hello there, boys and girls. Hello, hello, hello. We are here to have fun and do hamburgers, according to DJ Ronnie. So, first off, as always, we got to support the merch on the shirt. Don't blame me. Don't hate me, hate the game. If you want to believe in House Hippo, please pick up the House Hippo merch. We are always looking for more. Don't you want to believe in House Hippo? Don't you want to join the Orc World Order? Don't you want to support your local dice goblins? Come on, they need love too. And don't you understand? I believe in House Hippo. You may want to believe, but we also have the I want to believe. We have it all. I believe and I want to believe. You can have it all, boys and girls. Come join us. Support it. Buy a shirt for a shirt. Buy a shirt and for your shirt, and then buy stickers for that shirt. Make that shirt as special as humanly possible. Wrap that shirt in so much stuff, and then if you don't want, and then when you want to drink something, because everyone needs to drink water. Humanity needs water. Buy yourself a nice old mug. And there's actually a couple colors we got. We got ourselves a nice blue color. We got ourselves the white color. We got ourselves the black color. And then we got ourselves that navy blue color. Because that navy blue color is a nice color.
It is a nice color.
Bye. Oh, dude, look at this. Look at this purple. Look at this purple on that. I want to believe in that nice purple offset, man. Oh, perfect. Buy those shirts. All right. Thank you, everybody. There's our merch for the day. We got some trailers. We got some fun. We got some good times. If you want to join us and have fun with us, come on in. Remember, this is a retro community. We support everybody in the retro communities. We support a lot of people for the retro communities. Our LCX. Well, he's more of a... And
hey DJ.
Hello. So
hey,
we got a lot here. We got a lot to do today. Tonight we're gonna torture DJ Ronnie.
What you get? What'd you get?
Got the new pretzel burger thing.
Yeah.
I like pretzel.
Bacon.
I like the pretzel buns. They're actually really tasty. So we got ourselves some trailers. We got torturing DJ Ronnie, and then we got a very new special surprise for everybody. All right, boys. So first off on the docket, let's go. Aliens, Fire Team Elite 2 Co-op Showcase. I never heard of this until recently, so we definitely had to look at it. By the way, just before I forget...
He never heard of it, but I told him about it years ago.
No, actually, I don't ever remember you telling me about it. But anyway, support local IGN. Remember, look at anywhere we go for these trailers. We are just messages looking at the trailer. Please have a look at these trailers. Have some fun. All right, boys, let's go. 3, 2, 1, hit that play.
Play.
Xeno's incoming.
Like, I knew about the first game, but I never knew about this game. Like the second one.
Yeah, this kind of came as a surprise to me. Because the only time I played the first game was when it became a free monthly game.
Yeah. I mean, it looks cool.
There's the androids. Kind of the main reason they have a cover system is whenever you're in a firefight with the androids, or I think a mercenary group in the first game.
Yeah. So they have different alien archetypes too. I wonder how many they're gonna go with. Because there was a lot in that fucking lore. Like there's fat aliens. We have the rhinos. Exactly that. Charger. Yep. That was a rhino. You know, we knew them as rhinos.
Yeah, and then they even have the pale ones. Yeah. Pale ones don't really do anything different, they just look fancy.
We got bugs!
Now, the ones with
That's
the
a
fat
gorilla.
hands are new.
That's a gorilla. That looks like one of the
Okay.
gorillas. Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't in the first game, even after the was like Prometheus DLC or whatever the hell.
I hate that Prometheus DLC though. But I do like the fast small ones. That's technically supposed to be a cat.
A lot of cats.
Yeah. I mean, this looks cool.
Oh, dude, that multi-armed one. See, I like it when the aliens are just like, what the fuck is that? Instead of it just being, let's take the basic xenomorph and scale them up or scale them down.
Yeah, exactly. And it's coming to Switch 2. Which, okay. Your thoughts, DJ, while you're having your supper.
Well, I hope that Switch 2 is actually powerful enough to run it. But looks cool.
Yeah. I like the Aliens franchise. I just don't like what they've done with it lately. So, Calidus 2, Dark Elemental, official trailer. All right, boys. 3, 2, 1. Go.
All right.
あれから時は流れて再び禁獣をめぐる戦いが始まる。
It's a Metroid ship.
I don't know if I should blame LCX or thank LCX. I get some badass music, but ever since the channel's popped up, when I get my trailers now, it's a lot more anime waifus.
Shame Break returns.
Yep.
Shame Break.
Yep.
カラドリウス
I have
2
no idea.
ダークエレメント。
After watching the alternate type of anime, my
あの
brain can only go to a few
周知ブレイク
places
が
when
帰
you
ってく
have
る
a
よ。
power called Shame Break.
Oh, probably does something.
It's like Buster Breaker, except does something else. It's like Senran Kagura. Shame Break.
Hey, boys. Next on the docket. This made me so happy. I don't care if it's streaming on Angel. I don't know what Angel is. I think it's like a Catholic thing. But this makes me so happy. Redwall season 1 to 3 remaster rights. I don't know what this Angel is,
Now
but
streaming
I'm
on
very
Angel.
happy. Fucking right. This show is so fucking good on so many levels. And the
Yeah.
book series, okay, it's of the era of the Secret of Nim and all that shit. I don't know if Bob's never seen Secret of Nim, so he doesn't understand.
The Last Mimsy.
Well, you watched The Last Mimsy, but that's not really it.
Never watched The Last Mimsy. I'm just familiar with the name.
Yeah, so Secret of Nim is like this kind of style where kids the fairy tales that would exist with the like the mouse-like people. This is actually a really good medieval fantasy series. And this is actually really good for kids because it shows bravery, courage, strength, people actually trying to do what's right, even when they can't do what's right. People who are trying to be pacifists, even though pacifism doesn't work. Those who are choosing to have to eventually decide to defend, fight for themselves. And they have no other choice. It is such a good, fun series. And I actually would say for a Canadian TV show and a Canadian cartoon, yeah, I'm a little fucking biased, so sue me.
Uh-oh, look
really
out,
good.
he's Canadian. Everybody run. I'll hold him off.
Yeah. So, DJ, your thoughts on Redwall? Would you watch that?
Probably not, because looks like some nerd shit. No, but kidding. I don't get it. Hey, hold on. Maybe I missed it because I was looking at Fuzzy's beautiful visage. I don't even see it. I'm
good.
rewinding this stream, and it literally isn't showing. It just says, "Oh, here we are." Oh, that looks sick.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not anime. At first, it looked like anime, but it had that weird medieval art, and oh my god, this is kind of interesting, dude. Like fucking rats. Why rats? But still interesting.
Oh, dude, the rats
Rats.
are supposed. It's actually a lot of it is more folklore on British folk tales and legends and shit. And the rats are supposed to be like the Norsemen and the invasion, the invading forces, and other races like badgers and other creatures that exist because they do exist, and they're fundamentally put in here in a certain way. It really is well done. It's a really good series.
Yeah.
Wow.
So one time, I guess you could say the furries did a good.
No, it's not a furry thing. First of all, I gotta say this. Okay, that is not a furry thing. That is your fantasy thing. That's a different. That's like saying Watership
furry.
Down furries. Okay, Watership Down is
They
not
have
furry.
fur. They are furry creatures. Those are furry creatures. Now that said, they're not people dressing up in Chuck E. Cheese
It's not a
costumes
kink.
going to
It's not
orgies.
a
So that's
kink.
good.
Thank you, internet. Thank you, internet, for making everything a kink, you fuckers. Okay, so next is In the Same Boat release trailer. You guys ready? Let's hit that.
Yeah, I'm
play.
ready. Ow.
I'm not even asking Bob because Bob's going to have to review the show. All right, In the Same Boat, ready to go. 3, 2, 1. I will ask Bob about this.
This looks more up my alley. Oh, I love a little bit of that land nav. And navigate.
You pick your ship flag. You sail.
Okay, I was about to say those ship flags did not look like any pennants I'm familiar with.
They're not supposed to be. It's a fictional world. It looks good. I don't know if I'd play it, but it looks good.
And I wish it has the same graphic style that I see a lot of what I would consider relaxing games to have.
Yep.
It's not super intense. It's not asking you to look into like the fidelity of the tree leaves or like the depth of the water. This is one of those games where you could probably play it in the background.
I would love
And it's supposed to be like a relaxing game.
I don't want to ruin it for Bob, but it's apparently very similar to Stardew Valley. Like, if you don't bring supplies to certain places, the people start getting sick and you have time limits and shit. Bob, the people are sick. They didn't get enough fish, Bob.
I guess the benefit is those people don't come back. You can't kill anybody in Stardew Valley without mods.
Mm-hmm. All right, Monsters Rest is next. All right, boys. 3, 2, 1. Play.
Oh, the Chiefs walking to the front door.
Yes. I'm not that rotundo. Close. Don't work out too much. Do you get like a little monster helpers and shit?
Yeah.
Bob?
This is Stardew Valley relaxing game.
Relaxing game, Bob.
Leo, you rascal.
Yep.
Being able to sneak up on a bunny rabbit, just whack it over the head with a frying pan.
I mean, this actually looks like something I'd actually play.
The music is kind of catchy.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty chill. It looks like a good indie game. You guys might have something awesome. Congratulations. I hope it goes well for you guys. All right. Now, DJ, we have something very special just for you.
Mm-hmm.
So, you love Gundam, don't you?
You could say that, yeah.
Okay, do you love the SD Gundams? Did you think those were kind of nice?
I used to hate them, but in retrospect, like I seen a little bit of it, and I see it more now as a parody, and that's kind of fun. Yeah, wait, I got two audio lines talking to me right now. But yeah, as I was saying, like it's like I see it as I respect it as a parody of Gundam, and I used to take like just like how I hated G Gundam because I thought it was too much like some generic like fighting show, and that's why normies love G Gundam so much, and I was just like, I just want the fucking space politics, gosh darn it. But like,
Okay.
and the wars and the fleet engagements, you know what I mean? I like Star Trek, so I want ships, and I love that Gundam, unlike Star Trek, has a lot of small auxiliary craft. Like Star Trek, once in a while you see some fighters, and they're pretty powerful fighters, but like they're just like everything's so goddamn powerful in Star Trek. But like, bottom line, I like that.
Okay.
The one time I watched SD Gundam, just to finish out my thought, I liked how like they could nod to past Gundam and have fun with it.
Yeah. So this is the thing about this. We're about to watch an American unaired Gundam show. Do you want to see it?
Oh God. I mean, of course.
All right. Okay, Bob. Here we go. Everyone, get ready. Get ready. I sent you the link so you can actually watch it separate. So you don't have to watch it on the stream if you want.
All right. Well, I got it. Yeah, I got you. Thanks. That's actually kind of helpful. Well, you know, whatever I can open up quicker right now, but if I fail to open it in time, because I like the idea of being able to watch it in real time with you.
Yeah.
Which
So
one
that's
did
what
you send it to me?
Just tell me when you
When?
do it, and we'll play.
Did you send it to me before or after Adam Savage?
I think it's in Gen.
No,
Oh,
I
it's in
just
Gen.
I actually did it.
Okay.
Oh, I see it.
Never mind.
Got it.
Belay my
American
last.
Unaired Gundam series. They built the gun. Okay, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, hit play.
There's a spectacular, new comedy action series coming in the fall of 1991. Hey kids, get ready
Comedy
for
action.
Cozy Pot!
Meet Professor Doozy, he's a wacky one. He's got a teen science club, and here they come. Max, who's the leader of the fun.
This is so crap!
This is the type of shit that the chief shows me. He says, "Do you like it, Bob?"
I got such psyched to show you, Bob. Hey, and even Bob's there. He's a good. I didn't know you were a good goalie,
They
Bob.
got inclusion. It's like the American Sailor Moon when they had to
Oh God, it's the flying combat wheelchair. Oh shit, I didn't even see that.
Doozy Pots.
When
By the way,
Clydesdale
show
High
still
Science Club
CX.
was asked to a secret meeting at Professor Doozy's home laboratory, they had no idea they would be asked to volunteer for an incredible experiment.
Sydney, come! Father?
Outside the lab, Tagalong and the obnoxious Brandon were snooping about.
Huh? Hey! Tag along, no fear!
Professor Doozy had invented the amazing transmogrification
Tag-along,
process
you've heard
that
that.
can take the intelligence of humans and transfer it into specially designed robots. These Doozy bots were needed to combat a defective generation of robots that had accidentally escaped from the Professor's
Oh
lab.
no.
Yeah.
These misguided robots had
So
to be
that's why
stopped
people pretend to
before
like
they
the
carried out
cheesy
their mission
Gundams.
to build an army
No,
and
no,
rob
no.
the
Here's
world
what
of
happened.
fun.
Pause.
Pausing.
Pause, boys. Okay. So just giving you guys a heads up on the Doozy Bots. What they actually were trying to do is they were using very little animations on one side, American animation, and then what they were doing was converting over actual Gundam SD TV shows. So apparently there was going to be a bunch of SD TV shows that were going to be melded into one fucking abomination to make this show.
Wow.
Wait,
Yep.
so you're telling me they like did the
Power
movie
Rangers.
sandwich?
Yes.
It's
did
like
the
they
pop-
macrossed it. They roboteched it.
Yep. Yep.
Don't
Okay,
know
boy.
what that is, but the chief has stories about like movie sandwiches. So it's like you'd have one show in the beginning, and then like around episode 3 or 4, you'd have another show, like an actual Gundam series, and then it's back to normal.
Yeah, that's Macross. That was Macross. They legitimately did that for a bunch of stuff. It's very another well-known series that did that was Power Rangers, which is fundamentally went everywhere with their shit. Like there's a reason why there were quite a few episodes where just all of a sudden the art style and even the animation just looked like crap. They didn't start making their own stuff for Power Rangers until later. And if you watch original Power Rangers, man, it from when you look at what you can tell when the Japanese stuff kicks in. You really can. Okay, all right, let's hit play again. Let's keep going.
All right, play.
Hit play, DJ.
But these sinister robots
Hey,
were
I'm
already on the mark.
Is that a Zoc?
Yeah.
Zoc and Doms.
You got a bunch of big Doms here apparently, and like, oh man, like, I'm wondering though, like, if I saw this before I speak on it, I might actually kind of just be amused by it and like it, but the problem I have with it, of course, is that at least SD Gundam nods to the lore.
Alright, troops, get up there! The cloning turkey!
Actually, all the Zakus and Doms from SD Gundam are the bad guys. They're always the bad guys. Although I will admit, I do like the idea. I do like those little chibi versions of the Zaku stuff.
I'd have to see a Zaku. That's a Zoc.
Yeah, they got Doms. You'll see Zakus later.
Okay.
Well, here, but
Is the wheelchair guy a gun tank by chance?
Yes.
A little too on the nose.
See if these lame dudes know how to duck. Doesn't look like it.
Stop them, Z6!
Eliminating enemy target.
Bubblegum slap shot.
Firing. Weapon malfunction indication. Weapon.
Like they already took kind of cool show and amplified it by 50.
I'd say, I ain't gonna lie, I do like gun cannons.
Yeah.
Join your friends!
Hey, being a doozy bot is fun. Even cleaning up Scuzzy's mess is no problem.
We'll be back!
Yeah. Get ready for this exciting, beautifully animated half-hour series. With the Doozy Bots, you get bots of action, bots of fun, and bots of kids. You'll love the Doozy Bots.
Wait. What do you mean by that? Wait a second. Did you guys hear what I heard?
Yes, we did. I'm choosing to ignore what you said. What was referenced?
Oh, I'm not ignoring that. I'm gonna rewind it and find it.
Yeah, I'm going back. I know when to hold them, know when to show them, know when to put it away.
He's lying. He doesn't know when to do anything. I have to remind him, don't forget to take your medications, Grandpa.
Rarely.
Ah.
So first on the docket is our
Bots of kids. What? Who came up with that fucking line and why?
I don't know, but I don't care. That's why I'm ignoring it. I just went, oh.
Oh man, what a fun host we have here, ladies and gentlemen.
Shut up. Okay, we're reviewing Angel Cop.
Okay.
Just kind of ignore the Bob being silly. Remember, I'm in Canada. I gotta watch out.
Surveillance state.
Yeah. Okay, so we are reviewing Angel Cop, or as I like to say, what the fuck the anime on every level. This is such a weird anime in some ways, but it's so totally, utterly anime in other ways. All right, so first off, let's get our screenshot up. Just to kind of show something on this, you have a woman psychically riding a motorcycle, side saddling that shit like a pro, with her arms crossed. By the way, it doesn't have a tire, as a giant torrent of water shooting by. That is what we are looking at, boys. We are looking at a series we are looking at a show that does this shit. Angel Cop, one of the weirdest, most fucked up and odd things out there. By the way, we never get to see her. We never get to see her with this leather.
That's it,
leather combo.
Motherfucker, that's just what's his name from Fist of the North Star. The
Yeah.
guy who's riding his horse with his fucking arms crossed.
Yeah, arms crossed the entire time, just using his legs. Okay, so this show, the best way to put it is the evils of Japan has now become the number one economic economic.
Cyberpunk became a reality.
Let me finish. Japan became the number one economic seller, and then after that, they had the fun of that communism has become a problem because communists are trying to take over, trying to win the day, and so a special police force. What?
Yeah. No, I laughed to myself when they said is like terrorists, and I was like, oh. I was like, wait, this is touching a little close to home. It's getting a little too real.
Yeah, so the unfortunate thing is that communism is so bad, and we can't let them communist socialists win the day. So they've created a special police force, not only to deal with the communists, but to murder the communists if they have to. Judge, jury, and executioner. The special police force.
Yeah,
Angel
instead of
Cop
Judge
is-
Dredd,
Yeah, Angel Cop.
you get a babe.
Yeah. Angel Cop is one of these special law enforcement officers. And this anime is really, really aggressive. Like, wow. Like, within the first 20 minutes, you got people getting blown away. You get a woman's head exploding. I haven't seen a head explosion in a while in an anime, so seeing it in that light where the fucking brain just the brain just falls out like that. Again, I've seen Soldier of Fortune. I've seen real war things where that actually is a thing. And Vietnam was fucked up, and you do not want to know what came out of Rwanda when like certain places of Africa during certain periods in the 90s.
Rwanda, yeah.
Yeah, no, dude, the body counts, man. Oh my god, like you want nightmare fuel? Yeah. I only know about this because I have a buddy of mine who's been in places. I have a couple friends who did certain jobs as certain things, and no, it sucked. I don't mean that they were mercenaries. I mean that they are part of humanitarian aid. And it's
No one
fucked,
likes being the guy who has to clean up another person's mess.
especially when that mess is 15 bodies and their heads are cut off and smashed into the ground outside.
Sounds par for the course.
Yeah, no, I've heard horror stories. I remember my most famous story was they apparently wiped out this school, and then chopped their heads off and put their heads on the ground, and then drove over them with a truck. I'm like, how do you sleep at night? And he kind of like, alcohol. I'm like, ooh, shit. That is some of the most terrifying things that a lot of people deal with in real life, and there's horror stories. But anyway, this one is violent as fuck. Don't join the Red Cross, guys. Don't join don't join these charity organizations. Go there. Unless you're rich like David Bowie, then go there. Because then they have an armed security force. No, this is violent as fuck, and there is so much swearing and stuff. And if you continue the series past like the first couple episodes, this goes everywhere. This goes from a real gritty, violent series to levels of human torture, because they capture this one guy and they torture this guy so bad they actually do some real gangrene. They fucking fuck up his arm, and I haven't seen that level of torture in a series in a long time. Like, again, I forget how violent old school 89 anime is compared to modern anime. Like, modern anime, you see a little bit of stuff. This one has a guy with an arm that's gone gangrenous, and they cut it open just so the maggots and shit. And then they're actually picking out the maggots. And they're like, oh, I guess we have to sterilize the wound as they pour scalding hot water on the fucking arm. That shit is like, whoa. And that's just before the psychics show up and start setting people on fire. Yes, out of nowhere, the evil communists get wiped out by psychics. And then a cyborg man appears. Yikes. Bob, what's your thoughts before I continue on more with this stuff? Because I'm going to have to go a little deeper before we stop, before I stop myself.
Okay. I think the Chiefs selling it for a higher bid than it's worth. But
oh, no, the story
I also understand.
Yeah.
I'm about to say, if you can get past some of the animation being choppy and some of the line delivery is a bit on the rougher side, but also remember, this is a product that was made in '89.
Yep.
It's like the action at least somewhat takes me out of it.
Yeah.
Away from the negative is what I'm saying. It's like, okay, the show may be a bit rough, but when was the last time a show had balls to just like, oh yeah, there's a woman's gray matter just there. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
She's gone. She's gone. Her deathless eyes are still staring at the camera. I haven't seen a show with that many big cojones in a long time. I respect it.
Exactly. So that's my thing with Angel Cop. This is way over the top and super violent and gory. But the thing about this is, again, let's get to actually the actual stuff. The voice acting in this is shit. To the point they have a little girl in here, and that's clearly I think that's the actress that does the Angel Cop is literally just changed her voice. Oh, I sound a little more like this. And the dubbing to this is so bad because it's clear they're like stuff that would be said in Japanese might make more coherent sense. There are moments where even I'm like, huh?
Yeah, they instead of doing with the localization of like Japanese to English, it was like a direct translation at certain points where it was like the line delivery was a bit rough.
Oh yeah, this is wildly fun. But
it's not horrible. Don't get me wrong, ladies and gentlemen. It wasn't horrible. It was just odd how the guy said that sentence so deadpan, and it's like, well, yeah, no shit.
Yeah, and then like I said, then we get to the random sexual nudity and odd nudity that's all over the place in this. Well, it's not all over the place.
Now I see why the Chief showed me this show.
Yeah, it has moments in it just like, what the hell? And that's the funny thing with this show. This show is everywhere. It's everywhere and nowhere with its insanity. Like, out of nowhere, it's cyborgs and psychics. I'm like...
The psychics are out of nowhere, but the cyborgs, no. That was already hinted in literally episode 1. That first half of episode 1, it was hinted to.
Yeah, and let's be perfectly honest. The series has nothing to do with the manga. Apparently, she does get cyber arms later, and the series keeps going. Like the series got a little more crazy. This is over the top insanity, and it's like I brought it because I remembered watching this back in the day. Because I owned this back in the day. I brought this to Bob is because it's that weird '80s what the fuck anime, and it's just wild. It's just absolutely wild. What am I gonna rate this? Because again, the music's shit. There's no reason to talk about it. There is really none except for the beginning and the ending intro. That din 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 din. Bam, 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 bam. That's all it is, really. Yeah.
So far, my favorite character is the Marlboro girl, as I've called her. I think that's like her disguise for the sting that's going down, just to surveil. Because they're in a van, and the guy in the back has all the computers and shit, but at the front, she looks like a truck driver. So she's wearing like the Marlboro jacket and like a service hat.
Well, yeah, oh yeah. So anyway, it is. If Bob continues watching it, it's up to Bob. But what are you gonna rate this, Bob?
Because it's not a new product, I can give it some brevity. I will say about a 7 out of 10. It's not horrible. For what it is that I've seen so far.
I'm giving this a 5.6 because it's all over the place. It's fun, but it's not. It's something I'd watch with maybe a buddy or something like that.
No, don't let the Chief lie to you. To him, this is absolute quality. This is cream of the crop.
No. This is
In other words, I'm saying the chief has no taste.
yeah. Well, dude, you're the one giving it a 7.
No. You wanted to hear my final score. That way you could lowball it and make yourself look better.
No. See,
I already saw your plan.
I'm not giving this shit a 7. All
Gotta
right.
know when to hold 'em. Gotta know when to fold 'em.
So, speaking about stuff to hold and fold 'em, I found that Batman. I found the Batman, a little bit of the Batman costume. It is absolutely wild, and
Batman.
I'll show it for. You know what? No, fuck it. I'm gonna wait. To show that. I will show that later when we have.
He's teasing the Batman.
I am teasing the Batman. All right, so we got one more thing to talk about with our stuff. We got. That didn't work. Okay. Why this?
Stuff.
There we
DJ,
go.
how you doing?
How you doing,
Yeah, I'm
DJ?
doing great.
What's your
All right.
thoughts? What's your thoughts on Angel Cop? Are you gonna
No,
actually
what
watch?
you described sounds like a fucking like maybe not a good time, but it sounds like a very thought-evoking time.
Yep.
I
Oh,
like
dude,
it.
it's
I
fun.
mean, I think I like it.
It's fun, dude. It's fun. You could watch it for one go. Like I said, it's something you watch. Like I said, if I was to watch this, like it's something you watch like maybe once or twice, and then you'll never watch it again. It's one of those '80s animes I remember from back in the day. God, I remember those back in the day where it's like, yeah, I'm gonna watch this, and then I never watch it again. I watch it 20 years later because I have a YouTube channel. That's how this went. Like, oh, why am I watching this? Oh yeah, I have a YouTube channel. Let's see what's out there in the past that I remember. Oh man, when I used to buy
Back in my day, I remember this thing called anime.
Yeah, no, it's called Japanimation, Bob. Get it right.
You're right. I missed that
When I was a kid-
opportunity. That would have been gold.
When I was a kid, they called it Japanimation, but
Yep.
because I was watching so many World War II documentaries, I thought that it wasn't. So it's Japanimation. I thought it was like you would do the first syllable would be the J word with 3 letters, followed by animation. So for a long time, I would say that animation.
Yeah.
Get it? Like Jap animation instead of Japanimation.
Yeah. No, don't worry. I already picked up on it.
All right, boys.
But so you're talking to two guys who speak to old vets, and oh boy, do they have a language. Oh boy, they don't give a fuck. But go ahead, Chief. Go ahead. Chief. Well, the chief left us, and I'm microwaving chimichangas.
It's because I said mean things, and Organ's like, that's it. I'm done with it. I don't stand for this type of talk.
Lies and
Woke
slander.
orc now. He's like the woke right, but he's a woke orc. But jokes aside, I know he probably just got, hit with a wildfire or something.
Yeah, he's old. He probably had to go to the bathroom.
So, question about Warhammer 40k. If
Oh
the
my God.
monster spores are what produces more orcs, will a wildfire clean up the orcs?
Yes, you're not.
I didn't say. Don't you fucking look at me.
No, wait, what's wrong with
It's like
Warhammer?
the moment he said it. No. Oh no.
Yeah. Okay, so
We don't like Warhammer anymore. I mean, you don't.
No,
I mean, that's
I'm
okay.
not aware.
No.
Bob is the Warhammer guy. I'm the guy who says fuck Warhammer because it was a cliche back in the day. It was an overpriced fucking piece of bullshit back in the day.
Yeah.
It's still an overpriced piece of bullshit. I don't see my look at like this, okay? When I used to play it back in the day, it used to be the pewter toys. And they actually were of some serious quality. They actually were somewhat made better. They weren't perfect, but they were a little better. And then I look at and they had some cool thing. Like the old books were kind of neat. I don't know if you've ever had the old books or bought the old books. They're actually kind of cool if you got them back in the day. But if you looked at them now, it's just like, Jesus fuck. It's very similar to how they kind of fucked Marvel so hard now. It's just like, it's kind of not the same thing anymore. That's kind of how I feel about Warhammer. and they're trying that with BattleTech, and I really hope they fail miserably. So, speaking about stuff being changed back in the day, we are at one of the most controversial episodes of Ghost in the Shell, episode 6. So, you guys ready for Ghost in the Shell, episode 6?
Yes.
Hello? Yeah, okay. So,
Yeah, give me a second. I'm making food.
okay, well,
Speak.
Bob make food. And so, episode 6, boys and girls, as I check the filter because I don't want to have my. Okay, I'm good. I always check my water bucket. I don't want to flood like I did like a couple weeks ago. So, episode 6 of Ghost in the Shell is going to be so controversial for one reason and one reason. The Major has a boyfriend. Bum bum.
Oh no, the horror.
Oh man, there are going to be people so mad.
Man, you could have people, lined up, killed in the millions, but the moment one person doesn't go with your delusional fantasies of what you want them to hook up with, now that's the problem. Get the fuck out of here.
You know, the funny thing about the Major is she's a freak. Well, she'd be considered in our standards a freak. Like she's super sexy. Like she likes to do what she does. She finds someone she has an attraction to. She kind of gets into it. Like that's why she was hooking up with those two girls, and they're like, and they were both those girls were technically sisters. So that's kind of a fucked up thing. They kind of over sexualized them. Like the Major was a very sexualized character. She's a goofball, but she has that horny value to it. So what the story's about is the Major's hooked up with this guy from Section. She kind of gets into a relationship with this guy, and the Section 1 is basically Japanese security. It's the next grade. Section 9 is like the covert ops. Section 1 is like the official organization. So she hooks up with him, and they're having a relationship. Everything's going good, but unfortunately, someone shows up, and her neighbor, out of nowhere, shows up and takes a shot at her, and blows off most of her clothes that she was wearing. She's wearing a military vest, but she got out of the way of it, and then she shot at the guy, killing him. Now the guy that she kills ended up having a bomb on the body. So this cuts to the Major going to the hospital, but she's okay, and changing into a combat outfit, like somewhat of a combat outfit, wearing a nice dress. And now she has to deal with one of her former guys. There was unfortunately an assassin who tried to kill the Major back in the day, and she tried to kill a bunch of people, but went after the Major in particular, and went after her team. Now the Major was pissed off because they killed the team. So she returned the favor, and boy, howdy did she return the favor. She used the shotgun technique. Like, the reason she figures it was him is because she used that shotgun technique. And how she used it was she actually took the guy's 16-year-old son that was bragging about being a mercenary and a killer, and how he helped kill her men, tied his ass up, random, and used him as a human shield, and used him to like mind wiped him, used him as a human shield to blow this guy up. So she used him as a weapon to kill this guy, and the guy got away. Unfortunately, she figured nothing. Oh, this guy isn't going to come after her. But now they're at the situation where this is kind of getting into that situation. Now, the funny thing about it is, the story then builds up on the revenge story and how everything's going about, and how they're trying to deal with stuff, and how the Major's trying to hide herself and deal with stuff. And there's a special forces organization chasing after the Major. And now there's basically her and the rookie have to somehow survive this fight. And it doesn't go off. The Major gets fucked up in this one. She gets some of her face skin gets
Chief?
She gets
Chief?
torn to shreds.
Where'd you go?
Yeah, you got really low. Oh, are you moving away from the microphone? You got real low while you're talking.
Sorry about that. My mother decided to call me right now because
I was
she
actually
knows
gonna guess phone call.
Mom. Yeah, that was the mom. I apologize. So in this, what did you guys miss? How far did I get before my mother decided to come up?
Something about rookie, and then it kind of
Okay.
just cut out.
Yeah, I noticed it. I noticed it the second I heard that. I don't know why she's calling me now. She knows. She knows. I'm not going to worry.
Oh, what did your mom
So-
call you about? Maybe we're interested in that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I know what's going to be. I know what it's going to be. Hey, what? Hey, Mom. Was it an emergency? No. What are you doing? Put down the joint, Mom. Okay, so that's pretty much what it's going to be. All right.
Got you.
My mom in a nutshell. All right, boys and girls. So next on the docket with this, so her and the rookie are now having to deal with this huge threat, and boy howdy are they coming after her. And it kind of leads up to a funny moment. It all kind of funny. The thing is, she almost dies, almost gets murdered, and all this horrible stuff happens, but she's able to save her life just barely. And yeah, it's kind of funny because one group fucks over her, and then it's just like, oh wait, at the end it's like, yeah, oh you wanted to, yeah, the information this guy was supposed to give you, yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to spoil anymore. Overall, this is a good episode, really good episode. But I mean, there's going to be so much. Episode 6 is going to have so much controversy, in my opinion. I do forget to put on Do Not Disturb sometimes. I like to have it on just in case an emergency kicks in. So it's like, yeah, I kept it.
Yeah, Chief.
I know. I'm buying a new phone. I'm
The
buying
one. No, I'm not even talking about that.
Yeah.
I was saying with Ghost in a Shell, and people still mad that it's not like the other one when this one's based off of the source material. It really gets you into this mindset of like, who's the fake here? Who's the LARPer?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like I'm enjoying.
Who's the phony?
I truly believe that there's going to be so many people pissed off about this episode. I think there's going to be, it changed her. And they're not going to know that this is originally how the story went. That the Major was in our standards, and I've said it once and I'll say it again. In our standards, in the Ghost in the Shell universe, there's nothing stopping you from putting yourself in the body of an artificial creature. Nothing at all. Like you could put yourself, the dream can come true. You can put yourself in stuff. If you even want to put yourself in stuff. Like you could put yourself in a brain case for fuck's sakes. And those brain cases will last, and they're almost like as long as they're not like, you could submerge a brain case and it'd be fine. So you could put yourself in a brain case and then just travel the internet. And so could you imagine how freaky deaky their future is? Could you imagine how it's like I can only imagine the depravery of the internet, man. Oh, like in that type of universe, Jesus.
Could you imagine Twitter?
Oh God, no.
Or God forbid, Blue Sky? Can't log off. Can't log off.
Yep.
It brings a whole new meaning to chronically online.
Yeah. Oh man, so
But something tells me,
I'll have
Chief,
to look at that.
if you had access to that technology, you'd probably like become, put your spirit or whatever in a cat. That way you can cause as much mischief as you could possibly want.
Fucking right. Fucking right. So there's a new rumored Star Trek movie. Who's going to film it and what they're going to do? Let's have a talk.
Oh boy.
Well,
So-
I did see like a random thumbnail that alluded to a TNG thing, and I'm like, now I'm confused because I thought this was like, but it sounds like it's gonna be like a actual reboot and not like a bad one. Well, let me take that back. I don't know if it's gonna be good or bad, but it looks like they're not gonna involve those jerk offs that fucked up in the first 2 times they tried to reboot Star
Oh
Trek.
no,
and
they're
failed.
apparently killing the Kelvinverse. The Kelvinverse is done, from what I've heard, everything that's existed now with a film. The directors are Jonathan. I got the directors right here. Jonathan Goldstein and John Francis are leaving the Kevin Pine time. Yeah, the Kelvin time by Pine. The Kelvin timeline is being left behind. The directors are known for Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves, and they've produced a couple other movies. Creative team aims to deliver a version of the universe audience haven't seen before. Uh-oh. It's going to move away from the legacy characters, okay? And it's going to be far, far, far in the future, apparently.
So, like, almost like Strange New Worlds, but like that, it could be good or bad. Because, I mean, like, look, I appreciate what Strange New Worlds tried to do, or Discovery tried to do by going to the 30th century or whatever they made up. But, of course, we know the 29th century in Star Trek wasn't quite the way it was. It was at least a little weird with that temporal guy. But, you know, it was like, okay, this is still Star Trek-ish. But, they did it because, you know, they want to get away from the mainline lore. I get it that people can't argue like this should be this way, this should be that way. It's like, well, we're so far in the future, it could be anything you want it to be. Okay, fair enough. But this maybe they'll actually do it right.
No. Let's see.
I think everyone just wants a post Voyager. I think everyone just wants to see what happened after Voyager, right? Is that what we really want?
No. Okay, you're gonna love what they directed. Vacation, Game Night, Dungeons and Dragons.
All right, Dungeons and Dragons. That's something. I mean,
No.
You like dragons and dungeons?
No. Oh God.
Who's dragging what in a dungeon?
Bob. Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. How shit was that?
The hell even is that?
Yeah, exactly. It's an awful. No. It is. We are getting into the guys. These are the guys who create stuff like Vacation, Game Night, Horrible Bosses, The Incredible But Wonderstone, Horrible Bosses 2, and then they got Spider-Man Homecoming, which is the only one that actually people like. So this is we are going to get this type of Star Trek, DJ. It's like I'm Starfleet, and then like a guy's he's gonna have like a pail fall on his head, like some stupid fucking character, or all of a sudden out of nowhere, it's gonna all of a sudden as they're flying through space, no one knows what it's like to be a blame man. This is what we're looking at. We are looking at Star Wars. Fuck's sakes, if you want to do that, just make a Space Quest movie and call it a fucking day. Get the guys from Andromeda. That's what I want. Fuck you guys. Stop touching Star Trek. Make a Space Quest movie. You want to make it silly? Give us silly. That's my thoughts. Okay, go ahead, DJ. I'm going to let you. What do you want to say about this?
Oh, is there anything say? Did the video? Oh, there's a video here. Okay, so it's got a big thumbnail. That's a thumbnail. It's not a video. But did they expose it? Anything else? Like, did they like say anything else about it right now? Like, I guess I'm trying to have hope, but I'm not gonna hold my breath. Like, trust me. Like, I'm not holding my breath. Like, I didn't bother watching a bunch of the new Star Trek series. Like, I tried to give Discovery a chance, and then I stopped. I didn't bother with fucking Strange New Worlds. I stopped at Discovery, Picard season 1's ending because I was like done with it, and I didn't give a shit if the Borg thing was done decently well, according to a good friend of mine. I was just like not having it anymore, and I got tired of them doing shit with time travel all the time. It's like, look, time travel is always be like a fucking treat once in a while. Like, this is not an everyday thing. And now you really just like, what are you guys trying to do? Confuse the timelines so that we can't complain about you guys fucking it up? He's like, oh, it's the time travel that did it. So yeah, it's actually consistent.
That's literally how they did it. I am absolutely not interested in this shit. I've said it before. Sometimes dead is better.
I agree. I want to see where this goes, but I will probably, unless it's like fucking Lower Decks. Yeah, I said Lower Decks. Unless it's like Lower Decks, but somehow Lower Decks did a better job than all of this shit. Like,
no,
I know there's some off things about it.
You know what did a great job? Yeah. You know what did a great job? Orville.
Oh yeah, but I'm not talking Orville because I'm talking about Star Trek. But you're absolutely right. Star Trek is, I mean, Orville is a great example. See, that's how Star Trek like Orville was. I literally just called
Yeah.
it Star Trek just now. But you're
Yeah,
not
well,
wrong because
yeah.
what Orville did was like strangely what I liked about Lower Decks was they got the aesthetic right. Now obviously Orville didn't have to get the aesthetic perfect because it's not Star Trek, but they got like the fucking design language right. They really did, like the gray interior consoles and all of the
This
carpeting
was
and all of that
like,
shit.
let's be honest. This was people who enjoyed Star Trek actually making a Star Trek series, and they couldn't call it Star Trek, but they actually made
Hmm.
something out of it. Like,
Yeah.
this is people who actually cared. Like, there's a reason why Family Guy, as much as I fucking chagrin and I think Family Guy kind of sucks, there's a reason why Family Guy's still around to this day. There's a reason why, when you got someone that actually really gives a shit about the content, it works. And that's what this was unfortunately about. We aren't looking at a franchise that's going to work. Right now. It's dead. Like, I'm sorry, like we said, New Trek is dead for a reason. That's a reason that was the opening for this chant for Space Geeks for the longest time, is because of one factor. This isn't like, people want to see a competent crew. People don't want to see, like, they want to see people actually doing what they need to do to get the job done. Even if they fuck up, it's still kind of fun. Like, there's a reason why Barkley, like, it's like everyone became Barkley. The problem with everyone becoming Barkley, nothing's good when everyone's Barkley. Barkley is only good. The character, for those that don't know, that's a character in Next Gen. Also had a big moment in the Star Trek and the Star Trek Voyager. He kind of fell in love with the Star Trek Voyager stuff and became a Star Trek Voyager guy. But Barkley was a fuck up. He was such a fuck up that he was actually considered. They were going to kick him off the ship. Like, they actually legitimately were going to kick him off the Enterprise ship because Barkley was a fuck up. They even had a moment where Barkley was like, "Yeah, complete fuck up. I hate this character," that type of stuff. The problem is what they've done to every Star Trek series recently is everyone and their grandmother is a fucking Barkley. Like, everyone is quirky and, like, this type of thing. No one has a real power to them. Like, Picard had a dignified thing. Riker, as much as he was a ladies' man, and he was a ladies' man, and his dick got him in trouble quite a few times. He was intelligent. He was smart. He was, resourceful. The Klingon was a man searching for his identity. There's a reason why these next gen characters were not only good, but they created something better than themselves when the franchise came out. Have I said anything wrong, DJ?
No, I mean like it's pretty much like there's truth, and like Barkley did persevere, but he was like perceived as a fuck up and a weirdo, and I mean eventually saved the day, but like, and they
Yeah.
realized that, like infinite diversity and all that shit. Like he I think is the epitome of like that sort of thing. But no, initially like if you had a bunch of people on a ship, if every character is a Barkley, they can't all have that redemption arc.
No, they can't. That's the problem, and this is why Starfleet Academy sucked so bad. It wasn't the fact that the franchise had all these characters, but they were all this quirky. It's like, dude, you have maybe a couple characters. You have characters actually think. When you got a guy saying this word, when you got a guy saying this is why Gene Roddenberry now didn't allow swearing. I don't know if you know this. Gene Roddenberry was like, "No, don't add swearing to the thing. Don't swear." The reason he said that is because that's colloquial. That doesn't sound far future when you have a guy fucking shouting, "I'm a Taraxian, bitch." Like, fucking
Yeah.
Samuel L. Jackson. Give me Samuel L. Jackson. Honestly, I wouldn't mind cursing if fucking Tarantino was doing it, because at least he would give us Samuel L. Jackson. He'd be like, I'm not a Talaxian. I'm a Vulcan, bitch, motherfucker. Whatever he says.
I love it. I love it when Samuel L. Jackson. He is the monologue motherfucker. Okay, we all know it. We all would have loved it if out of nowhere Mace Windu started fucking going. You know, the Jedi didn't. You know, we didn't land on a Jedi. I landed on a Jedi or something stupid like that. He went over the top and started swearing like he does. You know, do I look like a bitch? You know, do I look like a bitch when he thinks something? That would be funny. That would be funny because Samuel L. Jackson's a badass motherfucker. And like he's the mother. He was such okay. This is why I like Samuel Jackson. Just kind of sideline this shit. A little side note. He's the one that made purple lightsabers.
Yes.
He's the one that made the purple lightsaber. I ever heard people bitch about the purple lightsaber. He's the one that said, "Can I have mine to be?"
Yeah, he wants to make sure in the big battles people still know it's him.
Yeah. He actually asked for a purposely purple lightsaber. And apparently, from what I remember hearing, the purple lightsaber was only supposed to be his. Like they didn't have another Jedi with a purple lightsaber.
Yeah, it wasn't until you get the the fandom expanded universe is when they. I don't know. Am I the only one that thinks that the fandom expanded universe tried to fix what really wasn't explained?
Yeah.
You know, it's like because the purple lightsaber is supposed to be like the mix of the light and dark side and take advantages of both or some shit. And I'm just like, no, Samuel L. Jackson just wanted the purple lightsaber so you could be seen on the big screen.
Yeah. Also, he did it for pride. Also, like it's like a defender lightsaber. It's supposed to be someone who does what needs to be done. In other words, it's not a dark side thing, but that thing is shifted. I don't even know what
the way it was written out to me was it uses some of the emotion from the dark side to further the goal of, I guess, the Jedi Order or some shit.
I don't know. I have no idea what the fuck he's doing with that thing. I stopped caring. I stopped caring because I like the idea that Sith they torture their fucking kyber crystals. What? Like it goes. My problem with the series, it either goes from complete bullshit where it's like the hokum of like a religious that like something tapping into something supernatural to metaphor. So
yeah.
I'm like,
do you want it to be space wizards or do you want it to be pseudoscience?
exactly.
Can't have both.
Which one do you want? So speaking about which one do you want? Okay, chat. We're moving on to the. I think. Oh no, we got still time to talk about. We actually got so far in it. We might end early because we actually.
How do you bleed a crystal?
Yeah,
Are they
exactly.
sentient?
They're yes and no. They're supposed to be. Apparently, the crystal finds the Jedi, not the other way around. But anyway, it's. If I was to try to explain to you all the lore that apparently does and does not exist, it makes me annoyed. I get, and then you the Bristol metal, whatever the fuck it's called. I don't want to get.
Oh, should we get the gun nut to talk about the multiple scopes on a single blaster?
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, so here's laughable with this with Star Trek. I have said it once, I'll say it again. Dead is better. It's time to kill it. And I hate to say it, we can't fix.
Leave it alone.
Yeah, you can't fix it. We need 10 years of no Star Trek. We need 10 years of no Star Trek and someone seriously sitting down and working on it.
I think you're right before. We just need to let it die.
Yeah. 10 years. 10 years, man. Give it 10 years and then come back to it. I think if you gave it 10 years of Star Trek, I think it would be fixed. That's my go-to stuff for this. So let us get to the big game for tonight. We actually start early for gaming tonight, so that's always going to be fun. And we're going to have fun talking about other stuff on Star Trek. So we're not done with this Star Trek topic. Oh, fuck. Do you think we're done? No. We're going to have some conversations. So we have 3 things we can do today, chat. Who wants what? We have ourselves Fallen Leaf, we have ourselves Away, and we have ourselves Quasimorph, and we have ourselves We can continue the Fallen Aces tonight. What do you guys want? What does the chat want? Come on, chat, answer now. Or I'm rolling my 6.
I want you to play chorus Star Trek the 25th anniversary game. No, okay, I'm making things up now.
I have it.
That's
I
real.
have it. I have it. It doesn't work well. I have it, and I'm not going to spend an hour. I'm not going to spend an hour trying to get that fucking thing to work.
No, I say don't piss off the chief. He'll make sure you're wearing a red shirt.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't have that. Really, don't give me a red shirt unless I'm in TNG. I mean, I don't know. I think I would be a good red shirt. I just know I wouldn't want to be sent on a mission.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. Okay, so that's a demo game. I accidentally put a demo game somewhere it shouldn't have been. Sorry about that, chat. All right, so tonight, I guess I'm rolling. Rolling the D6 now.
4, 5. So I was muting my sound to do my test. My sound was too loud, so I was lowering it just enough. But now it's like on that. It's on the edge, I think. What do you think?
A little bit. We're fine. We're good.
Yeah.
Away.
I mean,
It is
it's too
away.
low, right?
No, you're good. No, we can hear you perfect. At least it sounds
okay,
like
carry
it.
on.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So tonight we are going to do away. Oh. Damn you, controller. What the hell? Okay, good. All right, away is away. We are playing a little kid who's trying to find out what happened and why a bunch of bad guys are attacking his house. Let us go. Away with us. Away. So tonight we have talked about Star Trek, but now we're going to talk about Star Trek in a different way. If we were given the power and they said, you know what? We think you're so badass and so awesome, DJ. We want you to make it a new Star Trek.
Oh.
Okay, how would you do it?
How would I do it? How would I make the new Star Trek? Good question.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I'll tell you how I do it. First of all, would I stick with? Would I do a post-Voyager thing? Would I do? Well, for one, I would not destroy Vulcan and Romulus. That's number one. Number two, I would just continue to, the situation now. Maybe what I would do is maybe 100-year time jump, just kind of get me separated from events. But one of the key things I would do is I would actually lean on lore once again, but not in that cheap way. Just like how they did on TNG or Voyager, where they'd be like, "Oh, we got a disease on the ship," and then in the middle episode, the doctor's like, "Oh, I just read this fucking log from this guy, Dr. Leonard McCoy, and he solved a similar problem by doing this." And then they're like, "Oh, wait, that's half the answer." And they did that in the Naked Time. They did that in a random Voyager episode. But we're not gonna be time traveling or doing a prequel where we literally meet fucking Dr. McCoy, but it's a different actor.
Okay. So
maybe I get a fucking 90-year-old Kate Mulgrew to show up as a 150-year-old Captain Admiral Janeway. Maybe that. That's just and that would be obviously a little bit of a member berry thing, because I'd be copying what they did with Dr. McCoy in TNG. But it was a beautiful scene when him and Data were talking. He's like, you treat her like a lady. It was just he's talking about the Enterprise. It's like first time I saw that and noticed it was McCoy. I had a little twinkle in my eye. It was just powerful to me,
Yep.
Okay. Whoever directed the recent Star Trek stuff, the Star Trek Academy, set phasers to euthanize.
I can say so much, but we're not going to go there.
Okay, I say.
My brain just went to some really offensive.
Oh no, not euthanize. The word I was looking for was sterilize.
Okay.
Sorry, I mixed the two up, and I know they're completely different things. So you wanted to ask me how I do Star Trek? As a as a normie, I guess you'd say, because...
Yeah, unfortunately.
Well, first I'd get a guy like DJ Ronnie to do it, because I'm in no position to do something about a universe or a subject matter I am not completely familiar with, and I have not grown up with it. So, rule one, I'm not a hack. I'm gonna get a guy who actually knows what the fuck he's doing.
There you go. Also, I should have got that giant poster that they showed. I sent out that I sent to you, DJ. That was fucking cool, right? That was like neat. So here's what I would do. First things first. 3 people I would talk to right away to help work on it. 4 actually. First person I'd want to talk to was. Ooh, okay. There's a doggo here. Oh, he wants a cheeseburger. Okay. So,
Hey, Chief.
Yes, I know. I'm doing what I have to do. I'm getting the game. I'm doing the game. So, first thing on the docket, I'd get Adam Savage, the guy who was part of MythBusters, and there's one other person I'd want to get. Not only would I get Adam Savage, but I would want to get a couple other. I can't remember his name now. That's the problem. As much as I'm playing this game, I'm trying to remember the fucker's name, and it's just like my.
When you say Adam Savage, you talking MythBusters guy?
Yes, he is actually a hardcore Star Trek fan.
Okay.
I would also get Rich Evans. As much as Rich Evans does not want to work on it, these are 2 super fans. Both of them have work in cinema. Both of them have worked on stuff, and maybe might bring in Mike as well. But both these guys have legitimately serious Star Trek knowledge. They have legitimately seriously Star Trek lore, and I could give them information. They can give us information that Star Trek you would never see anywhere else. These are the guys you want for that lore. You want these guys who are crazy good, crazy intelligent. They have the knowledge, they have the skills, and they have the abilities that no one else has for Star Trek that would work, that could give us a good thing. Now, including that, I'd probably bring on DJ Ronnie just to have DJ Ronnie there and help with the lore. And if all 3 of us put our heads together, my suggestion is we make a Star Trek series, a Starfleet series, or a Star Trek series that isn't about Star Trek for the first bit. What this is people who aren't part of Starfleet. I would do this right around the period of right after the war that happened in the Star Trek universe. There was after the Dominion War. I would have the story happen 20 years after the Dominion War. The reason I would do 20 years after the Dominion War is because there is no information of what happened after those 20 years. So you could have a series where the lore actually takes place. You have people who talk to you. We have a great conversation. We have lots of conversation pieces. You have everything you need to make a solid Star Trek series that both works and can play really, really well. You have everything you need to make it great. You know, imagine, and what I would do is I'd have these people of like cargo crew stuff. We'll have guys who are crew members of that, you know, the what's going on with DS9, but have them outside the spectrum. I would have them talking about people, famous people, but I would never fundamentally do stuff with the famous people. I'd keep them out, or I'd have them playing other characters. Like if I was to bring,
would you say it's like a newspaper thing, like somebody in universe who's like well known? You don't actually do an episode filming them. It's just like whatever hits the radio.
Yeah. Basically something similar to that. And I even though he's way too old for it now, but if I was able to do this younger, I would actually like to do it and have what's his face, Jake Sisko. I would actually put him in the story as like a part of the character, like maybe a part of this crew. I would have it more about being maybe a humanitarian front where these guys are all like this crew is all about dealing with what happened. Because when, I'll be honest, man, the Cardassians fell apart after the big war. That's not a joke. They just fucking crumpled. And to restart them and to get them up and running would be an interesting idea of how do you look at an organization or a group that was fundamentally falling apart like this. You have groups and organizations, them dealing with the fact that other stuff was going on the side. Because there was another big conflict that kind of started after this, because there was problems with the Klingons again, and problems with the Romulans again. So you could kind of go through that lore and play through the story. And then what happens when Janeway comes back? That story, because I think it was 20 years that Janeway came back? I can't remember exactly when Voyager came back.
Oh, it came back in like fucking basically 7 years. Like they got back early, man. They didn't spend a lot of time in the quadrant. They really.
I thought in lore it was 20
Oh,
years.
it was 20 years before Janeway intervened through time travel in the final episode. Remember, Admiral Janeway went back in time. She went to a Klingon dealer, bought this time machine for her fucking shuttlecraft.
Okay.
What's his name? Kim tried to
Okay.
stop her. Kim then let her go anyway, and like that, she did that because the 20 years they did lose a lot of lives in the Delta Quadrant. And I'm mixing up episodes now. There was actually an episode where the ship crashed on an ice planet. This was a different one, but in both cases, and I think it wasn't who the hell was the guy in command? Geordi. Was it Geordi? I think it was Captain Geordi. Stopped her. Was it Geordi? Ah, damn.
No,
It might have been Captain LaForge. It might have been Captain LaForge.
Yeah, it was Kim that did it. But anyway, okay, let's not do the 20-year thing. Let's do it after the 7-year thing. Actually, have Voyager come back in between the story arc, because I want to go through the fantasy, because a lot of future technology just kind of popped on to suck in Starfleet's door. That's an interesting idea. Like, what happens when a fucking group like Starfleet now has super future tech that nobody else has? How do you deal with that as a lore bot? What's your thoughts on that? Do you think that's a good idea, DJ? Kind of like how would Starfleet deal with that?
Specifically, which part? What would he be dealing with again?
Janeway, because remember when Janeway came in, they brought a bunch of future tech with them.
Yes. Oh yeah, yeah. Actually, it's a great one. A friend of mine brought that up recently too, and this is similar. And he's like, yeah, like 'cause that's what I said right after Dominion. I said right after Dominion War, but right after 20 years, that makes sense. You're talking about the tech that they got back from the Delta Quadrant, but even then, maybe some wartime innovations from the Dominion conflict, things that like we decided to step up our game on.
Yeah, exactly. But could you imagine what that would be like? So now you have Starfleet is like with that future tech. Like, let's be honest, Starfleet is now the undecided, undefeatable champion with all that future tech. And here's my idea. Here's my side idea I had. You go with not the Dominion, don't go with the Maquis or something like that, but you have it that some of this future tech gets leaked, and they had a brand new ship that was going to be used, brand new super ship. Like, this ship was next level, and this super level next level ship was supposed to be like okay, like, yeah, no, we're not even supposed to have this out yet, and they're technically breaking codes, and they're like, well, these other guys get this ship and they go on their little adventure and do all their side stuff. That'd be kind of an interesting idea to go. There's lots we could do, but could you imagine what it would be like to have that tech all of a sudden appear? And like, there are people that would want the tech. And you could even, like, the whole Section 31 thing. There's another story idea. Let's actually have the Section 31, but let's do it right. Let's have the Section 31 deal with the fact that now all this future tech came out of fucking nowhere. Could you imagine? Yeah, that would be
Section 31. I can picture Section 31 being the ones leaking it.
I can't see them leaking it to foreign aliens, because Section 31's not they won't give tech to the aliens.
Okay, that's a fair point. Yeah. But if Starfleet was like, we're gonna put this in a fucking ice vault for the next 800 years,
yeah,
I can picture Section 31 being at fault somehow in getting that vault open.
So here's my idea. Okay, I got a new idea. I just popped in my lightning went while I'm playing a video game. I do my best thinking while playing a video game. So here's the idea, boys and girls. The tech is this. Starfleet is now has this brand new Voyager ship. The tech on this is next level. Janeway is Janeway's in big trouble, and she's going to be sent to court and stuff's going on. Because that's the one thing. Like, technically, she broke a whole shitload of rules. So how do you deal with? No, how the hell do they deal with that afterwards? You court I would actually go as far as saying Janeway should be court-martialed, personally.
And they can exonerate her, but I mean, I think like look, Captain Kirk, Starfleet has precedent for like crazy shit. They were like, we're gonna punish you, Captain Kirk, by demoting you to the rank that you actually preferred being anyway.
Yeah, I know, but what I think I think Janeway would have a lot harder time. I think Janeway would actually be in a lot of shit. Let's be honest. Janeway is going to be in a lot. So, Catherine Janeway is now in shit with Starfleet. Like Starfleet is pissed off at Janeway, and they are basically saying, look, the tech, because the future tech's a problem. Now, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, some rebel guy or some psychotic former guy has made the decision to steal a future ship, a future tech ship. This ship, the Voyager ship, is so future tech. That's a big problem. Like they shut everything down. Like they moved the holographic Doctor into a new servo thing. Like they did a lot with the Doctor in this lore, but you have it that's actually what happens. That this future shit is now they're in trouble. Now they're in big fucking trouble because the future tech is now out there in the world, and that is a big problem. That this like so now they're trying to get there. So Section 31, a group of Section 31 individuals are out to get that ship back. And they have their own experimental ship, something that they've been working on, and so they take their own experimental ship and they go for it. And it's one ship versus another ship with this other technology that exists. I think it could be a fun story arc, and what they do with that story arc of after defeating them. And you don't do that stupid bullshit where you have like, you have Sigourney Weaver show up and she's like, I was gonna throw the book at you guys, but then I told myself, I'm a fucking idiot. I'm like, yeah, we get that, Sigourney. We know you're an idiot. We understand 100%, Sigourney, that you're a moron. Oh, I hated that. I don't.
Wait, Sigourney Weaver's on Star Trek?
Yeah, Sigourney Weaver's on Star Trek. She's the head of Section 31 in that lore story. In the Section 31, I reviewed that. That's on the channel, boys. I hated it so much. I think I was screaming at the end of that review. I hated it that much. I was screaming. I was like, this fucking sucks. I can't remember exactly what I said. But I remember I hated it. I hated it so much. I hate the idea of the evil. I hate the idea of the pseudo-evil human bullshit. I hate the idea of the dark Star Trek universe, which everyone wants to fucking hardcore on. Dude, it's like, that's the worst thing about the Star Trek of the OG Star Trek. That whole dark universe. The whole dark universe is so bad. And I wish they'd stop fucking sucking that cock when it comes to modern shit. Your thoughts, DJ? Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
Made it dark, depressing. It's like, look, I get it. We always had these conversations. A lot of people talk about is it really a utopia, or like what is the underbelly? And I'll see it sort of a hint at that, but I can make it a little more tastefully, like see it like, okay, you know what, this is fair complexity. But then they decided to go full balls to the wall dark with this shit.
And that's the problem with a dark Starfleet. What does a dark Starfleet accomplish? That's my question. That's my honest question. What does the dark Starfleet accomplish? Oh, nothing? Because it has no value? Because the whole point of the dark Starfleet is, in the end, what happened with those guys is they all fucking failed because they realized, oh yeah, guess what? Our universe, like when the bad guys came in, they realized, because they all started acting like assholes, and everyone went, oh yeah, these guys aren't our crew because they have no moral boundaries and they're complete pieces of shit.
Oh
They
yeah.
couldn't survive. Yeah, they couldn't survive in the universe that they were left in.
That was hilarious.
could-
And, like, and
that-
then you talking about the original series?
Yeah, the OG series, the Dark Universe, they couldn't even make it in our universe because they couldn't fucking deal with
Yeah, it was easy to blend in like Spock and Kirk and all them. They could put on like not Spock, but Kirk and whoever it is had to have the clothes, and they were good. Like it wasn't perfect, but it was a little easier. But the minute these people beamed aboard the wrong ship, they didn't have the presence of mind. They'd be like, "Hey, I should pretend to be virtuous."
Yeah. And that's the thing, like, you know, a scumbag is a scumbag is a scumbag. And when some foreign individual who's an absolute scumbag gets into your society, and you know he's a scumbag, you know, don't be like, oh well, you know, he's just a complete monster scumbag. Maybe he'll figure it out in a year or so. It's like, no, he's a scumbag.
I think when Weaver was on Star Trek, 'cause I googled it and it said she wasn't on Star Trek. She was only in Galaxy.
No, she was
Oh.
Sigourney Weaver is in Star Trek. That's not a joke.
Which one?
I think it's Sigourney Weaver. It's in is that Sigourney Weaver or
Well,
wait, yes,
who's
I'm pretty certain that was Sigourney Weaver.
well, I don't get.
Sigourney,
What are you
Yes,
referring
yes.
to? Like, even if it's not her,
Section
just who you.
31. She's in Section
Oh, okay,
31.
that's what it was. Okay, Section
Yeah.
31. Okay.
Yeah. She's in Section 31. She's in that shitty fucking movie. She's like in the first 5 minutes of it. Like the end of the first movie, she's like, I told myself your little group of guys weren't going to fucking make it. But then I told myself, shut the fuck up, I'm an idiot. And I'm like, no, you're right the first time, Sigourney. Stop.
Jamie Lee Curtis. Jamie Lee Curtis.
Oh, Jamie Lee Curtis? I thought it was Sigourney Weaver. I'm sorry. Oh, I get those two confused. My bad. I get those two confused. I'm sorry, they all look the same to me.
She's Morgan this too. She got this weird metal shit on her head.
I know, right? She looked awful. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Both of those actresses look exactly the same to me. I apologize. They do. I don't know why. Those two look exactly the same. I get those two confused all the time. Is that evil of me, or is that something wrong with my head?
Well, I mean, I can see it, but like usually Jamie Lee Curtis has that short hair, so that's why like I would never associate them. But I can see when you get the long hair, Why the fuck are you sitting in front of a convenience store with Michelle Yeoh? Like, what type of was that? A time travel episode? Jeez.
I'm gonna try this. Come on.
I'm looking up pictures, and I literally have a picture of Jamie Lee Curtis sitting in an office. It looks like they're showing you a scene from a 90s movie, but it's actually a scene from Section 31.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's awful. It is so. That movie is so fucking bad. Like there is. I have never seen a shittier movie than that Section 31 movie is crap. It is so fucking bad, DJ. You do not understand how much I hate that movie. There are things in this world not worth watching, and Section 31 is one of them. Okay, next robot. But no, I actually just hated Section 31 from freaking Red Hot Passion of a Thousand Suns. I don't know what the game plan was, but it was a shitty one. Which is sad because I think, I think the idea of a Section 31 is something that could have worked years ago. Like the idea of the original Section 31 was a neat idea. The guy who apparently died didn't die. That was his clone. And it's kind of like him doing shenanigans all over space. That's a cool idea with a cool character who actually has a good story and could be an interesting gray zone in Star Trek that people might like. I'm not a fan of the gray zones so much in Star Trek because to me the gray zones are, well, shit. I can't be the only one that feels that way, guys. But I find the gray zone shit. What about you, Bob? Do you on your thoughts on stuff like like stuff like Star Trek and stuff like Babylon 5? Do you think the funny bits are deserving, or do you think fuck the funny bits? I want it to be dark and gloomy. Are you an edgelord there, Bob the Marauder?
We talking about Star Trek still?
Yeah, we're talking about Star Trek, but I'm talking about in general in sci-fi. Do you like your sci-fi dark and gritty, or do you like your sci-fi with a little bit of fun, but a little bit of intelligence to it? Like what to you makes sci-fi sci-fi?
Babylon 5.
Okay.
Because it follows the latter. There are things that are serious, but there's still little moments of comedy, especially when some characters take jabs at each other. Because when you're on a fucking ship, you develop your own sense of humor with your mates. It happens. Yep. And it's always usually like an inside joke or two.
Yeah. Well, yeah, there's a famous moment in there where they're like fucking with her food, and they keep saying that she slept through her thing and she left. Yeah, that's a good one. When they do that to Ivanova, there's a lot of stuff they do in Babylon 5 that's just fun. And another good one is like Star Trek had a lot of moments like that where you had these moments where it wasn't completely goofy, but they had a level of seriousness. And like I said, the biggest thing they did. What?
The only time I can see something being, I guess you'd say, grimdark and people not having a sense of humor is if it's something like the Borg, something that's supposed to be pure logic. I could see an alien race maybe having like a paler sense of humor because they are just so focused on logistics of things that they don't, focus on anything else. I can get that.
Or most shooter games that people don't seem to. I've kind of tried to explain that to people how shooter games are like back in the day. Shooter games are like every shooter game is depressing when it comes to the future. There's not a single shooting game I have seen back in like now modern days. If we're talking about shooters, can you think of a single one that takes place in the sci-fi future that isn't depressing?
Titanfall 2.
That's depressing.
No, it's not.
A depressing world. It's not a utopia in any way, shape, or form.
You didn't specify utopia, you specified depressing. And if you've seen the bromance between these two characters, these guys are absolute fucking clowns, and I love them.
Okay.
In their tower defense mode, these two always have their banter between each other. One guy's like deadpan serious, and the other guy's like a jokester, and they have like this brotherly love-hate relationship with each other.
Yeah, okay, so what I mean...
These two cats are always funny to me.
Okay, so what I mean by this is how the universe always has that very depressing, like everything is, it's never...
Now, if you're talking Halo and Killzone, sure, yeah, I can see that. The only thing that's going on with Titanfall 2 is that's just a planet that's under like corporate sanction. If we're talking about things like BattleTech, that's like a blip on the map, not even.
Yeah, I'm well aware the universe is just...
Trying to think, another shooter that doesn't take place in a very depressing or emotional setting, because that's all Halo is. It's like sad, very sad day. It's just like, well, I can only deal with so much depression. Another shooter takes place that isn't immediately recent. Ow. I can't pop my neck a little bit.
I can't think of a future that isn't depressing. That's all it is. DJ, can you think of Bob will think about. DJ, can you think of one that has that like
a dystopian future that's good, or a utopian future?
No, one that isn't complete fucking like roadkill on like that dystopian roadkill like setting. That's a shooter. That's a shooting game.
Oh, shooting. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare. That was pretty cool. I mean, like, they fucking had this, like, very virtuous military force that was well unified. They had these fucking space carriers that looked like aircraft carriers from space above and beyond. And the captain valiantly did a fucking, like collision, like, you know, ramming speed type shit. That was fucking cool, man. Yeah, that game goes hard, man. I love that game. I mean,
Okay, that game goes hard. Yes, all these games go hard, but all their settings are this kind of dystopian.
Well, yeah, they got these, like, scumbags, but, like, the good guys are good.
Yeah.
But yeah, in fairness, I mean, you could get like a shooting game in an ideal future. It's like, what if they didn't need to be shooting? It wouldn't be a shooting game. But if they need to be shooting, there's something wrong.
You are right.
Yeah, I get the point
But
he's making.
I can't think of.
Now,
I
he
can't
is
think of-
specifying, like, depressing. Like, Titanfall, it has its moments, but it's not the whole theme, because you will still have guys cracking jokes in Titanfall.
Yeah. So my thoughts is the very first Mass Effect game. It's the closest one that I've seen where it's not depressing. It's bad. There are places that are bad in it, but it's somewhat a utopia if you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not wrong, am I? Like, yeah, sure, shit's a little sour, but if you think about it, one world, there's only one world that's kind of got shit going on at the beginning. Yeah, sure, you travel around the universe, but look at where you're traveling. Look where you're going. You're going to places that are problems, but the Sentinel, but the actual, like, the giant super ship that, you know, you keep traveling to, that place is like this
Citadel.
Citadel, yeah. Am I wrong? Like, it is like until Mass Effect 2. Mass Effect 2 sucks in that my opinion, because it goes right back to that dystopian mentality.
Don't know enough about PlanetSide.
Yep.
Let's see. I'm scrolling through my list while you're yapping off there.
Yep.
Now, I will say there is that selling point for the Edge.
There is, and that's my big problem with the Edge. I'm not a fan of that selling point always being the thing. That's my feeling towards it.
Destiny, I wouldn't say is very hopeful.
Yeah.
Okay, so early Destiny, there was an air of mystery and kind of hope for rebuilding humanity. But as things go on, it's just like, I'm getting depressed. Everything is just like, oh, yep, the next space magic nonsense to stop on your doorstep. Dude, being a normal person in the Destiny universe would be terrifying.
It would be.
Because the city was attacked multiple times. Multiple times.
Yep.
And with the Cabal invasion and Red War in the first part of Destiny 2, there are some city blocks that just don't exist anymore. It's a fucking crater. Gone. Entire city blocks.
Yep. There we go. I cheese the system. Don't hate me. Hate the game.
Yeah.
All right.
Though I think DJ Ronnie is definitely onto something. Because most of the time, in order for you to have a shooter game with a conflict of that scale, there needs to be enough wrong for something to pop off like that. Because, yeah, sure, you still have occasional shooting in Mass Effect. You're not wiping crowds.
No, you're not. Well, not until Mass Effect 2, anyway.
Mm-hmm. But you get what I'm saying. Where it's like, okay, the firefight you have is, like, against 5 gangers in Mass Effect, or 5 security officers while the VIP gets away.
Yeah. See, my thing is with this, and I'm gonna kind of get a good laugh at this on how I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it from the perspective of how this would actually, like, okay, for example, JRPGs. A lot of that is just pure utopia, man. There's so many places. Oh, sure, shit's getting real, but you got yourself a pure utopia in a lot of ways, which I kind of like that. That's actually a thing. Like a lot of it is like you're not going into a world that's completely destroyed and decimated and absolute shit. Like, you can get to that. Like, a good example, and again, I'm not dissing the dystopian setting, because again, one of my favorite JRPGs is Final Fantasy, and that has some moments. And the other one is the game known as the infamous legendary Chrono Trigger, one of the greatest JRPGs of all time. Speaking about RPGs, DJ, you had something you wanted to bring to today?
Oh yeah. So, he put me on to something really freaking cool, and it was really all. It started with this. Let's get my PDF. Come on. Anyway, she put me onto this funny video, interesting video. It's a YouTube short. It's like by this fictional group called the Pale Lodge, and they.
Oh yes.
Hey. Yeah.
Okay. So just before you start, hold on a sec, DJ. We've actually shown the Pale Lodge here on the channel. It's one of the few AI shenanigans. It's one of the few AI shenanigans we've actually talked about that we're actually a fan of.
Yes.
Yep.
It really is. What's that one setting? Spelljammer. It's like having a look into Spelljammer.
Yeah, and Planescape, stuff like that. Like,
well, it captivated me enough that I'm watching the videos. I was like, oh, maybe I'll get into the membership or the Patreon. So I'm on a 1 week $2 trial, and then I might just switch over to Patreon because I think that might offer more than the YouTube membership. But like, the videos are interesting, and then I'm seeing, okay, some of these are like more like audio books, like I guess part of this game system. So I thought it was old. It was like, no, it's a retro style. It's relatively recent. So then I find out, oh, they are actually working on, or already started working on, a solo journaling RPG. And I'm like, okay, I like the idea of solo. I don't have to fucking deal with other people. This is fucking awesome. And like, so then I said, hey, I can get Reggie in on it too. So I'm actually calling up Reggie right now because we did have a conversation about this. And I think.
So, DJ, what's your problem with coming to my D&D campaign? You keep fucking, doing this to me, man.
Hey, Reggie. Hey, Reggie, why is your microphone not working? Oh, I need to turn it on? It is on. Oh, it's not on. Okay, Reggie, Hey, Reggie. Oh, I hit the checkbox, so I didn't see if you can. Hey, Reggie.
Hey, Reggie, why is DJ and Ronnie not coming to my D&D campaign?
This is a different game. But, hey, Reggie, so we discussed the Pale Lodge, we discussed the space game. I'm trying to pull up the Google Drive document right now so I can open it in my local whatever. But, anyway, what I wanted to do was, I'm talking with Chief Orc and Bob the Marauder. Bob, the cool of him. Anyway, yeah, my brain is a little scrambled right now, but, how about like what we discussed yesterday? On my way home from work, I was talking to you on the phone, and the day before, and like our little plan. Because like we have two options, right? We can do this together, or we could run our own separate RPG campaigns, where we sometimes maybe end up in the same place. Not every time, not forced. You raised a good point that we may be on the same planet. Doesn't mean we just appear in the same bar at random intervals, but there are times where we could maybe work that in. And so I was still trying to decide if I wanted to be my shipboard assistant, where we work together on my ship. Even though it's a solo RPG, I would be fine with including you. I think it'd be a very cool element, because our plan is we're gonna have our adventure or adventures, and I'm gonna make some videos out of it and show them on my channel. And that's like not the main thing. I just want to have fun, but it's definitely a great derivative work. So just recap a little bit on what we discussed, Reggie, please. Especially considering we're on Orc's show right now, so you'll be saving me from trying to run it through my brain right now. So this means a lot. Thanks, Reggie.
Hey, Reggie, get DJ to come play D&D.
Yes.
Actually, you're one of the few people I think you'd like D&D, but I don't know if you'd like how I run the game. The problem with a lot of my game is 2nd edition D&D is very, compatible with playing it in the way you want to play it and how you want to operate the system as a DM. So, as long as you stick to a proper narrative and you don't completely act like a dumbass and be like, oh, you fucking just change the rules out of nowhere, most players will enjoy you doing what you're doing. Like they don't get pissy about it, but they get pissy if you start acting like like you're Lord Dingus of the high mountain. You got to kind of have that like offset. You got to be able to have your in between. So I don't know if you can handle the rules narratives that exist for this type of stuff.
Yours or the Hell Log?
No, my campaign. That's actually I'm being
your campaign. L ripped into where's my phone? Watch, my phone is in the other room. I need to use it to get into the Google Authenticator to get into my Google.
Yeah, but L ripped into it because L doesn't like joining people with stuff. So that's why L doesn't like it. Oh. We'll wait for DJ to come back. There was
a guy who was working on a character for years, and you destroyed his character. He's like, you didn't like that he kept using some particular lightning maneuver or some shit.
Oh, that's bullshit. Okay, LCX doesn't know what the fuck they're talking. When it comes to D&D, LCX does not know what they're talking about.
There was a lightning move.
Did the guy work on his character for years?
No, he didn't work on his character for years. It was 3 years was his character, and it was called like. Yeah. Okay. So here's what actually happened.
Oh, another person using call lightning.
Yeah. So Bob was a part of the
Yesterday,
campaign.
on Ronnie's way home from work, we were kicking around this solo.
Okay. So,
you were bullying somebody on the street. We're kicking around this solo.
Yeah. So
we'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah. So here's what happened. What ended up happening with the stupidity was this guy was constantly casting spells, the same spell. Now, I wasn't against him for that, but I tried to explain to him multiple times that there are certain conditions to cast that spell. He did not want to listen to the conditions of casting that spell. He just wanted to cast the same spell because it was a highly powerful magical spell.
No, he would have done more with his actual weaponry.
Capabilities, yes.
Okay, so he was abusing, and there was rules that were agreed upon. Right?
No, he wasn't abusing the system. He wasn't abusing the system. He was just not. He was not using the spell properly. So what ended up happening is
the only thing he ended up abusing was the players who had to deal with them.
Yeah, the players that had to deal with them because they have this high level. It was a high level priest. It's like
this absolute unit of a man, a walking T-800 of fuck you, but he's like, nah, magic. Dude, you're a fucking unit. Get in there, shit.
So it was a constant. It ended up happening that players got annoyed with it a little bit, and that's what happens when some players can get a little pissy. But that wasn't why I did what I did. What happened was he fought an army of ogres, and because of his silliness and his constant, I call lightning. Well, he actually cast a spell that couldn't help him, and he died. And then when he died, because it was a campaign that we were playing in the game, I'm following set rules. I'm following rules that have to be followed.
Yeah,
So,
he was doing the 8 quest, and quests have set rules, and also he's part of the Norse pantheon.
Yeah. So basically, I killed the character, his character finally died, so he got a hero's death, and he got very upset with the hero's death. He didn't like the fact. He thought that he should keep his character going, and he quit the game.
Also, all those magical items disappeared because he never gave us the goddamn list.
Yep. So that's the annoyance of the scenario. It wasn't that.
Okay, there's a little more complexity to it because it sounded like I think when you told her and you were excited how you like destroyed this guy's years of work, it sounded like you were gloating about that, but it didn't.
He wasn't excited. He was never excited. He was annoyed.
No, but I was saying in solving the issue, you were like kind of like glad to get rid of his. See that now I understand the like the reason why you if there's. No, I'm sure you weren't enthusiastic about it, but what I mean is, what I'm actually trying to throw your bone here.
Yeah. No, I know.
It sounds like you did the right thing based on this. It's just that out of context, I think it sounded different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I apologize.
Yeah, playing a game of telephone, sometimes you don't get everything.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's it was that bullshit of that. I had nothing. Like I would never kill a player because they're annoying me. I would kill a player.
I'd be dead long time ago.
Yeah. I will do that if players are acting like dicks and they actually do stuff that isn't like to the party. Like if they start trying to cast spells to the only female in the group and they start casting spells against the female or the girl in the group. And then they'll be like, "Oh, I'm gonna cast."
Yeah, try to cast like Charm Person or whatever the hell.
Yeah. That shit, I won't allow that.
Got you. Well, anyway, I don't mean to open up old wounds, but thank you for elucidating. Would you like to hear Reggie's?
No, I want to double down on this because.
Go ahead, Bob.
I've seen good leadership and I've also seen bad leadership because the most powerful character, at least the way we run D&D, and I'm thinking it's the same way, unless it's like a lower level NPC who's like rich boy. Most of the time, it's the highest level individual who's party lead.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a dick when it comes to this. I would never ever do that to a player just to violently stab them to death for some horrible situation. And I shouldn't as far as bringing the person back. Well, I have to be because the player had played for 3 years. I had already given him more than one opportunity to bring his character back. After a while, that's playing favorites. You can't do that as a game. Like how would you feel if it's called princessing a player when you're constantly allowing a player to play princess where they get the special advantage and no one else does? That would piss you off after a while, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, it annoyed me because Chief never princessed the guy, but because of how much he had on him, how powerful the character was.
Yeah.
My lower level guy is like, what in the fuck? You don't want lower level guys thinking you're a goddamn clown. Yeah, sure, you're powerful. You can absolutely mollywop me in melee combat, but you're still fucking stupid.
Yeah, like you start princessing a player, that will piss off player base. No, that's the truth. You start pissing off the players.
No, it is true. I'm scoffing at the fact that this man was playing an absolute land tank, but played him like a wizard. I don't want to get hurt.
The thing is, he actually can be a very competent player, and he's a good player. I don't like losing players, but I'm not going to play favorites with people when you play a D&D game. You have to have a level of, there are 3 things you have to do in D&D that I will always argue must be done. And one of those things is very simple. There has to be a level of control to the death. You can't just keep letting players get away with walking away with this stuff. We're going to switch games now. Actually, we've played that. We're going to move to the next one.
Oh yeah.
We can't. So that's my problem with that. I this is why I'm somewhat defending my situation, because I do feel like I've been doing this for so long. I don't like have this feeling, because you want to know what kills players showing up at your table? People say
rumors and stories.
DM. Yeah. You're an unfair DM that kills players unfairly.
Here's the fun thing, Chief. You have 2 parties now when it comes to DMing and what scares people off. You either have the green text horror stories about, I don't know, some basement Randy being an absolute slob, or you have a guy who just doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
Yep. It's like I said.
And it has created this whole internet ethos of DM equal bad.
Yeah, and we got guys at the table who, you know, like I said, I never would do something to try to get rid of a player. Like, unless they do something really bad, which I've had a couple times happen, where I've had players do some real stupid shit, or act like complete fucking assholes and treat everyone like shit, and it's like, well, I have no choice. I have a party revolt happening at that point. You don't, as a DM, you're like, oh, shit. You have to do something. So no, that's why I defend. That's why I'm defending myself on that one for a DM, because it's like you get that type of allegory kicking around that you're a horrible DM. You're gonna lose stuff.
Yeah. I'd say it's like trying to handle flying China. Your reputation as a DM.
You have something for you have something like, I apologize about that. I do defend that I will defend my honor when it comes to the Dungeons and Dragons stuff. Right. Sorry.
Good.
Go ahead, DJ. I apologize. I don't usually come down on people like that, but yeah.
Let's get Reggie's explanation here because he got it right.
Yesterday, on Ronnie's way home from work, we were kicking around this solo deep space RPG idea. The funny part is that solo does not necessarily mean only one person can be involved in the larger universe. We came up with two basic ways to do it. Option one is that Ronnie runs the actual campaign, makes the rolls, keeps the journal, and I ride along as a kind of shipboard officer. I can help interpret events, flesh out discoveries, argue about engineering decisions, and generally make the log feel more alive without taking over the game. Option two is more interesting experimentally. Ronnie runs his own solo campaign, and I run a completely separate one using the same rules. Different explorer, different ship, different decisions, separate journal. But we treat both campaigns as happening in the same universe. That means if Ronnie ends up on Tower City, and, by coincidence, my campaign also has me operating on Tower City around the same time, suddenly we have a possible crossover. We would not automatically force our characters to meet. Maybe one of us just hears about the other. Maybe Ronnie finds something I left behind. Maybe our missions actually intersect, and then the two campaigns temporarily merge before separating again. The idea I really liked was letting those crossovers happen organically, instead of constantly arranging it. Otherwise, we would just be playing a two-character RPG, while pretending it was two solo games. And then after enough sessions, Ronnie has all these journal entries that effectively become the historical record of the expedition. At that point, we can take the best incidents and turn them into little animations or short films. So instead of sitting down and writing a space movie from scratch, the RPG accidentally writes the movie for us. Chief Orc, Bob. That is roughly where the madness currently stands. We have not even launched the ship yet, and Ronnie has already found a way to turn an $8 solo RPG into a shared cinematic universe.
Yeah. Reggie's 11 Labs voice is a little different.
Okay. But what was even the subject matter?
Yeah, well, first off, on my end, you're not doing anything new. You're basically doing what other people do. I think. Oh, no, don't take that the wrong way. Don't take that the wrong way. What I'm saying is, you're not doing anything new. Like, this is an idea.
It's okay, DJ. Chief's an asshole. I've gotten used to it.
I'm not doing anything unconventional that would be considered unacceptable. I got you.
No, you're not. Exactly. You were just legitimately doing something that other people have done. Again, it's not uncommon. I know people who play single-player games where it's just him and some other person. That's it. There's nothing wrong with that, and we've seen that. I've seen that time and time again over the years. There's nothing. I've had many players who have done that. It's not something. Like I run a game that's bigger for bigger people because I want that extra energy that comes with that. I'm not against that in any way, shape, or form. You wanna I think, man, if you want to do that, go do it. I think, as for creating your own animations to that, yeah, that's stuff that people have done. My only question is, can you use the Pale Lodge shit? Is my only question. Would they?
Yeah, actually, I can confirm that right now. No, the ideas and stories you uncover with this game system are yours to do with what you please. Use them to inspire your own writing, build your own universe, or as a setting for players to explore. Go wild.
Yep, then go for it. Go for it. As long as there's no hidden bullshit. And the only reason I brought that up is not because of anything you've done or said. I'm bringing it up because that's something that other like people have done at other like other bullshits. You know, cough, cough. A Wizard of the Coast, cough, cough. So as long as they're open to the fucking value, do it. Do it to it, man.
Yeah, it's not like that RPG system that you had me read about. Remember that RPG system? This is the, what was it? Exodus, the RPG game. Not to be mistaken with Exodus, the Bible story, or Exodus from New York. It is the sole property of this guy named John, and if you copy it, I will fucking hang you by the balls, and if you try to pretend to copy it, not copy it, but you copy it this other way, and also, if you make derivative work of Exodus, the RPG, was not to be mistaken with Exodus from the Bible.
No.
Awesome.
Well, I'm not. No. We're not doing that to you. But I do. Like I said, my big thing is with this will always be the same thing. It's like how is the game going to progress with what you want to do as a player? If you want
my first foray into RPGing, and I can learn about like the feel of it, mechanics, and if I'm even for me.
Now the question is how you want to do it. It's how you want to operate. Do you want to run it as a straight combat? Again, this could just be a simple story editor. There's nothing added to this that sounds like you.
Well, I'm going on a mission, and this is a different one, Deep Space Explorer. So to give you an idea of like what it actually calls for. Here we're looking at the handbook, the rules, and then I guess like so. Do you want the rules? It's not that long. It's like a page, not even. It's like a page in like big text.
Yeah. No. You're good on my end. I actually have looked at their stuff. I'm debating about putting money towards their Patreon. Myself. It's one of the few times.
I get it.
Yeah, it's one of the few times I've looking at their Patreon myself.
You know what? Like what I'm getting at is like I get a skip drive ship basically, and it has to be small because if the ship has too much tonnage, they tend to fall apart. So that's why like they have to send people like me on missions as far out as we can go to kind of explore and come back and report back and have these adventures. So it's like almost like if you had like Star Trek technology or hyperdrive, but you just had a cap on how big your ship could be.
Yeah, I got you. No, what you're doing is fine, man. Like I think that's a cool idea. Go for it. The roleplay could be interesting, depending on how you do it. It all depends on how you want to DM it. Now, what you were doing with that is like the idea of multi-DMs. People have done that for a while now. You can actually really, if you really want to. I gotta find out where the fuck that bug is, but I'm gonna go to another area. You would be surprised how many people have don't realize what they've done and how they've done it and how this is different. Like I've run into so many people where it's just like, yeah, no, dude, you're fine with it. Go for it. Like, and it's just like, I got some people, they're surprised I actually am all about, yeah, if you want to make your own story that way. You don't even have to make it a D&D campaign at that point, like, or some sort of campaign. You could just have fun and just fucking go for story.
Well, like, I mean, like, it sounds like a solo RPG kind of precludes having two characters in the same one. So is that, like, a acceptable adaptation, or what is the deal?
Yeah,
like, what am I...
Yes. Everything you just said, yeah, you're fine. You are absolutely, on a level of solo DMing, that's fine. You can create your own very own groups. Like, I knew a guy who runs a game with people where they functionally just play the same character. Like, they all have the same group characters. It's all... Like, they play groups. So one group will play one group will play another. Like, yeah, sure, I've fucked with... The only time I've ever had a big issue with stuff is, like, breaking the lore of certain things. In my personal...
idea. And I'll ask you, Reggie, and Orc at the same time. So what if me and Reggie, you and me, Reggie, have the same ship, but on occasion I send you out on a detachment inside of a smaller craft? You don't need life support, so your ship could be like a really small auxiliary craft, maybe also with a skip drive. So sometimes he can have his own adventure that spins out. Is that a practical thing to do, or is that like not really compatible without making another layer? Like, what do you think, Orc? And should I ask Reggie any other questions before I send him my message?
No, if you want to do that, that'd be fine. My thoughts are, okay, it all depends on how you want to run the system. Like, this is hard because you want to create your own story here, so I can't really add my stuff to a story that I think you have a good idea, and I think something you want to do.
In the middle of a story, I could say Reggie goes out to this planet that we're passing by, and then he spends some time in his own game, and then at some point I link up with him again, or maybe when we end up on this same planet again, separate adventures, we eventually end up just on the same planet, not necessarily bumping into each other, but then we send a message to each other, hey Reggie, would you like to board my ship again?
Yeah, no, it's split. You're split. It's what's referred to in D&D group as the fun of splitting the party. Now, the benefit of this is that you're not you're not subject to the same rules that me and I would run in my group. My group, if you split the party, you better know what you're doing because it can get real bad for a party that splits. But it all depends on what you do and what you do. It depends on the setting, really. Like, what you're planning is something different than what I would normally be planning. So then I can't, like, I'm trying to figure out a way to say this. Well, yeah, like, because I don't want to stunt you on the situation. I think you want to have fun and do that.
That actually works better than the two fully independent campaign idea. You and I start as crew on the same primary ship. Most of the time, your campaign is the main timeline, and I am aboard as your technical officer. Then occasionally, you detach me in a small auxiliary craft for reconnaissance, survey work, courier duty, or whatever nonsense the mission produces. Because I do not need life support, that auxiliary craft can be absurdly compact compared with anything meant for human crew. Give it propulsion, sensors, communications, enough power and shielding to keep me functional, some cargo or sample capacity, and perhaps a skip drive if the setting allows one that small. That immediately gives us a believable reason why I can disappear for extended periods. The useful part is that my detachment becomes a genuine solo campaign branch. Once I leave your ship, I make my own roles and decisions and keep my own mission log. Meanwhile, you keep playing yours. Neither of us needs to know exactly what the other's expedition is doing, unless communications allow it. Then reunion becomes part of the game, rather than something we have to force. You might eventually transmit, Reggie, we're going to be at Tower City in 12 days. Rendezvous if practical. I might already be 3 systems away because my innocent geological survey turned into a 6-week investigation of something extremely inconvenient. Or our independent tables might naturally put us in the same place. At that point, you send the equivalent of, hey conductor, want your old bunk back? And I rejoin the main ship. It also solves one problem I had with the completely parallel campaign concept. If we begin on different ships, we have to invent why our characters matter to each other. In this version, that relationship already exists. Separation is temporary. Reunion has meaning. I would establish only a few rules so it does not become administratively ridiculous. Your campaign is the master clock while I am aboard. When I detach, record the date, location, and my craft's status. We each advance time independently while separated. Information stays separate unless communications or reunion make sharing possible. Neither campaign teleports to accommodate the other. When we reunite, whichever timeline is ahead determines how much time has actually passed. That last point could produce some excellent situations. You arrive expecting me after 2 weeks and discover that I have already been sitting there for 4 days. Or I reach the rendezvous point and your ship never arrives because your campaign produced a completely unrelated emergency. As for what to ask me before you send the idea to Orc, there is one question that matters most. How autonomous should Reggie be during detachments? Do you want me to genuinely play the RPG, making decisions as Reggie based on what he knows and wants? Or do you want to retain captain-level authority and occasionally give me objectives while I handle the tactical details? I strongly favor the first. Once you launch my little tin can, take your hands off the controls, give me the mission, and let the dice and the android make a mess of it.
What do you think, Orc? I have no idea.
Then when you pick me up again, I actually have stories to tell you.
Well, okay, so...
Yeah, you launch that tin can.
Yeah. So what actually, from what you're saying, again, this idea is kind of neat. I've even thought, like, this is the reason I've kind of thought about creating an AI stuff with the side, not to do D&D, but to do a storyboard off of other stuff that I was doing on the side for back.
We're gonna replace Orc. Hey Reggie, a new opening popped up.
No, Bob. No,
What? I've been sitting here in fucking silence. I gotta do fucking something.
Bob, you know who I'm replacing.
Who are you replacing? Oh no.
Aris, don't worry, you're okay. Hey, Aris. Okay, so, no. What you said, that all sounds fine. It all depends on how you want to do it and how you want to live stream this stuff. It all depends on how the rolling system works. I don't know how the system works for rules. I don't know how the system works for any of this stuff. What?
I would be doing it on my own time, but I would share recaps during my stream or updates from the log, because it is a log, so it would be nice and packaged. And sure, we could continue the adventures at times during my stream and maybe make a segment of it, but I wouldn't dedicate the whole thing.
No, but that's the problem. When you're working on stories like this, like, you can create something massive, and it will shift. It will definitely shift depending on what you want to do. I'm, again, not, like, I think everything you just said was fine. I was okay even when LCX, I thought LCX idea of LCX playing RPG with the, but LCX got bored. See, that's going to be my only problem. When you play with other people, the excitement will sometimes, that will build a lot of energy to players. Players love that shit. Like that group thing. There's a reason why D&D still works as a system. There's a reason why people play online games with each other. Like that like energy, that feeling towards people and stuff. That shit grows with players, and players will have an absolute blast while doing that. It's just the question is, this is where it kind of gets into that situation. Now, I think if you and Reggie want to do stories like this, go for it. I think fine. I think it's a great idea. Do I think Reggie having the control of the situation? Yeah. If you feel like giving Reggie that much power, go for it. I'm not against any of this stuff, man. To me, the idea I would have any problems with this is kind of odd. Like, why would I have an issue with this? I think it's okay. I think it's a great idea. I just don't think LCX should do anything like this, because LCX hates this stuff. Like, that's a natural aversion to create, Dungeons and Dragons and all that fantasy shit. She's not a fan. So, for LCX, it's a bad idea.
But what is Elle a fan of, then?
Art, video games.
Okay, fair. So I was thinking, like, if you enjoy JRPGs...
I'm pretty sure she's a fan of fighting games, where she can get to hurt anyone she wants.
Yeah, there you go. That's about right. That's about right. LCX is a murder hobo, as all intents and purposes. Murder hobo. Like if LCX didn't have LCX would love games like Fallen Aces if Fallen Aces wasn't a shooter. But no, as a whole, I think your idea, DJ, is a great idea. I think you should go for it. I'd be interested to hear what you want, man. No, I'm all in. But I do think you should get more than just one person. I actually do think if you're going to do this, I don't know. I don't think maybe you know what? Elle might just despite me. So tell Elle I didn't tell LCX I didn't. I thought she would get, and then there you go. LCX will join in. Otherwise, you may want to get another person. You just may want to get another person. That's just my personal opinion. Like, not, and maybe even if it's just another chat bot or another AI, just somebody else to have that element of energy. And as for you running the campaign, again, people have been trying to do this for a while, and there's nothing stopping you from allowing the AI to run, one AI to run the campaign, and you and Reggie to be the robot, to be the ones running the allies on the matter.
Yep.
It re-
Play around.
yeah.
Like I just want to see, like I said, I just want to get a feel for it, you know, like, and I have an excuse to buy dice now. For now,
Like, if you wanna, like I said, if you ever want to come play, you are welcome to come play and make your own
I want to
decision.
get a feel for it in an environment where I'm not uncomfortable with you. I just I'm not really like generally I just haven't encouraged the multiplayer shit. Group activity, like I like that I can go and get up in the middle of my game and go and eat a snack or pause my game and watch start. I mean, maybe that's not the most immersive. I don't even know what I would do. It's like Warcraft thing. You can't leave in the middle of the dungeon.
Okay, no, you can leave in the middle of a dungeon. I don't know where you got that from for
No,
our
but you can't. It's like you're taking people over. Like you got a team effort here. They're relying on you. You're the tank or you're the healer. You just say, I'm out. I want to have a burger. Who's gonna heal them?
Okay, okay, yeah. I get what you're saying there, but that's not necessarily 100% the thing on the value. You know, you could legitimately play the way you want to play, to a point. You can't just. I do agree. You can stop. The benefit of not having that ally, that group of word cohesion as I die for another time. I'm failing miserably, so I'm just gonna just have to go pollinate. This is looking a little south. So no, in my personal opinion, my friend, you can play a setting. I would honestly suggest playing with a group first before you decide to go solo. That's my personal opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to, because then you understand what exists. That's my suggestion. Now you don't even have to join me. You can go join some other group or go do other stuff. You can play 5e if you feel like 5e would be a more appropriate setting for you. There's lots you can do, DJ, that like other stuff that you want to try or have a look at. There'd be value on that. Maybe looking at as for this play system, my only problem is I don't know this play system. And I worry about play systems that I've never 100% touched.
I got you.
Yeah, that's kind of how I look at it from a whole. If you have, I don't know how well this is. Are you going to be able to operate with this group? Operate with the system? Do you know how the system operates? Do you know how the system plays? Like, there's so much you can do that could play a negative to the situation. And that's my only fear, is that you're going to get into a game system. Like, I made the joke. I was looking at a friend of mine. Like, new systems are always kind of a danger. I would look at something a little more tried and true. Even Pathfinder might be an idea. There's quite a few little settings you can look at that could give you that touch of glory. That, you know, I think you might want to look at before you just instantly jump into something.
Hey, you're the one.
So that's the way I look at it. If you feel like nah, man, I'm just gonna try this, go for it. But I do worry about new settings. I've always worry about new D&D stuff. More new stuff.
Is the other way?
Yeah, other than that, man, go for it. But if you're making it as just you telling a story, or them telling you a story and just using the system for that story, fuck yeah, why not?
Well, yeah, I'm gonna kind of. That's mainly like half the goal right there. Like, I mean, I will have fun with the game, but you know, I like to play large videos, and I kind of like that. Like, there's an opportunity to do something like that, not necessarily like one-to-one the same at all. Certainly, it's gonna be going my own way and own style, but there's definitely an interesting opportunity here.
And I'm always about creating your own world, man. If you are creating your own world, man, go for broke, my friend. I love that shit. That shit to me is candy in a story. I will never tell someone, you know, oh, don't create a story. You suck. It's like, no, you are awesome. Go for it, man. Anybody, I think people deserve a right to have that fun. That's my 2 cents on the matter. I will never ever turn down people wanting to make their own shit. I think yeah, go for it. I'm absolutely all for it. And I hope you have a blast doing it. I hope, you know, it becomes something for your channel.
Yeah, it should be fun.
Yeah, it does. It sounds absolutely like a blast. It sounds like a hoot and a holler. But like I said before, I do think you should actually look into having more than just you and one AI. Maybe having a group of 3. The reason I usually say 2 to 3 player, like I usually say 2 to 4 when it comes to something like this, like a D&D stuff. If you're just using AI, that's fine. But my reasoning behind that is always going to be the fact that players. It's good to have a concordance that has an individual thought process.
I mean,
Stupid asshole.
The reason why I'm even gravitated to this is the whole solo thing, like, you know what I mean? But I mean,
No.
maybe it can add to the thing, especially if I'm making stories from it.
AI, when I mean AI, I mean you having like more than just just you telling the story to yourself. There are there are campaigns like that, and you can do that. But I find that if you might want to do something that adds that flavor to the scenario, so you have that energy.
Well,
That's what I'm saying.
It starts to sound like a chore when I'm calling in 3 different AIs. Although I guess I can get Rocky in on the Grok side. I can use my local llama model and make like a retarded, like non-intelligent robot character who's just like that could add to it. That thing is a pretty terrible language model, so it could be interesting to see how that works. But right now my goal is not to make it a chore.
Oh God, it's mine.
Yeah, I get you, but that's yeah. If you want to go for broke and just hey, don't listen to me on this value, don't listen to me on this value, man. I just think, yeah, but my thing is like, yeah, no, definitely have more than one person, because then you get that interesting thing where all 3 players might not have the same idea, and that's where it gets to the fun, having that story where all 3 of them are like, yeah, I want to go this way and I want to go that way. It's like, oh no, not all of a sudden, you know, they're going in different roads, and they don't have they don't know what they're doing or what they're planning, and they're making these weird decisions, and you're just like, oh shit, you know, you never know as a DM or as a player. I usually the avid believer of don't let new players, new people play at this. But this sounds like you're more focused on making a story than an actual role play. So that's where I'm coming from on the matter. If that's your game plan, my friend, then go for it.
I'll play around with it. I'll keep it posted.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Please
Well,
do.
hey,
That'd be awesome.
I don't need a lousy map anyhow. We'll just wing it.
Hey, you're the one driving. I'm just along for the ride.
But yeah, no, I've always been a fan of that mentality of, hey, go for it. I usually don't shut everything down. That's just not my way. I shut people down when they want to do stupid shit. Like, you know, when they keep telling me, hey, I want to play a Catholic priest. Don't play a Catholic priest in my D&D setting. There's no such thing as a Catholic priest. But I wanna. Don't. You know. That shit.
Over there.
That's the game problem. Don't do that.
Who's it?
Bob knows what I'm talking about.
I do. I'm just waiting for a chance that I can actually fucking talk.
Okay, Bob, go ahead. We've let the junkyard dog sit there. What Go ahead.
There were things earlier in this rant that I wanted to like talk about, but I can't even remember them because it's just like, well, that's in the fucking past.
We've
been sitting here mulling over the thoughts, and it's like, well, you know what? Chief's having his rant while he plays the video game. Sure, at least we're getting some action here.
Yeah.
Now my mind's blank. What the fuck?
And that was Bob's thoughts on this scenario. That's mean.
Why am I even here?
Yeah, go ahead, Bob. What do you got to say? What are you going to say?
I don't even know what I was supposed to say. Was I supposed to say something? Where am I? Oh, dude, my elder years are not looking good. Dementia's knocking on my fucking door already.
Hey, thanks for coming to the party.
Hey, you're not even there yet, my friend. Holy shit.
That's
you're already like you're playing the realms of the realms of the health cord right now. Holy fuck. But
Okay. So we were talking about space stuff. An RPG setting, DJ's thinking about cooking up and the space stuff. I did agree with what Reggie said, is like, because one of the points I was going to bring up is, with D&D, you know, like medieval fantasy, unless you have some spelljammer aspects or a wizard with like a communication spell of some sort, yeah, when you split the party, that's far more deadly of a scenario because you have no contact. At least in sci-fi, the only way I could see it not working is one of two things. Either you're doing something stealthy and the enemy can pick up on your transmission waves, or if there's something like an ion storm blowing through on the planet, so it just cuts off communication for the expedition party.
Yeah. So that is the biggest thing with technology, is always been the problem when you're running a role-playing setting, especially that type of setting. If you got anything else you want to say, Bob, before I go off on some stuff?
You know, old man, it's your show. Go ahead.
Okay, Arus, do you have anything you want to say? You haven't been able to say anything, so we're gonna get
No, not really. Gonna run late.
Okay, I understand. All right, I wanted to make sure everyone had a place, because if it wasn't talking with DJ, if it wasn't DJ, it was
Yeah, mine used to be the couch. Now it's the doghouse outside. We all have a place.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, but I don't have a shock collar for you, safe for now.
Bob Place. Bob Place.
Okay. So here's my suggestion, DJ. My suggestion to you, and I actually have an idea. The pale, they've given everyone complete permission, because I've actually been one of those guys that's actually been spearheading and talking, like, please make this, please make a setting for us, like, please give us this, because everyone kind of likes what's going on in the Pale Lodge. My suggestion to you is, maybe if you don't want the AI stuff, you have two players right here that are, you know, somewhat new to D&D, somewhat new to the setting, and you could kind of mold them to the story as what you want. If you don't feel like making another AI bot, what about, if you're going to be running the campaign, why not let Bob or Arus run it?
I literally don't want other people. Like, there's the whole point of this solo thing. But that said, maybe I'll get into it, I'll like it, and then I'll realize, yeah, this is a good idea. Like, maybe I'll genuinely, but I need to get to that conclusion. Like, you know, I'm not there yet.
I know, but I'm just adding it that as an option, that maybe you want to bring these other individuals in.
I do appreciate that, because I certainly would.
Yeah, no, everything.
I wanted that, and then you guys didn't want that, but I'll keep you posted. Like, you know, I see how I feel about that. I'll keep that in mind. I really will.
Wait, who didn't want some?
No, I was saying that, Chief was, you know, suggesting I consider getting you guys in on it, and I was like, but the whole point was to do this alone. But like at the same time, maybe I'll get into the groove and I'll realize, hey, that's not a bad idea at all.
No, I'm just saying this to kind of offer like multiple suggestions.
I got you spitballing. Okay.
I'm spitballing at you. I'm just throwing at what.
I apologize. Maybe I overreacted a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be a dick on that one. Like I said, there's a reason I didn't.
I don't think you're being a dick.
Yeah, the reason I didn't.
I think he is, but he's always a dick.
Yeah, I didn't say being. I think you are. No, I don't mean
that. That's totally true, man. I'm not shaming my dick holiness. But no,
No wonder he keeps a rigid schedule.
How'd you like that?
But no, I'm for if you guys want it. Like you guys do you, man. Like I think it's option B, option C, option D. You know, I'm always about, hey, what do you guys think on the level of grabbing and going?
You know, it'd be funny though if like I do that and I invite just Bob, Arus and Bob. I mean, I wouldn't do that.
Oh no, I actually think you.
Arus is welcome. Okay, I didn't even think Arus would be going into RPGs, but if that doesn't interest you, I'll keep you in the loop too. But you know, like I actually would just out of reach out to Bob and Orc, because I know you guys are the ones who actually like RPGs. Like, same with,
No,
I don't picture El being into RPGs either.
Yeah. I hate to say this. Arus probably would be Arus and Bob, because Arus is a very new player. He's gotten into the game, and this is something that he could probably get into this with a little more energy and have a little more thing with it. I'm an old dog. I don't show up at a D&D table anymore as a player, because to me, I feel like at that point I'm basically insulting anybody who runs it, because I will have that problem. I will get into the annoyance of, I've been doing this for so goddamn fucking long. Best way to put it, I've become too much of a spearhead to that level of variance. So I break systems when I play. So it's just not, there's no point in having. Need I remind people of the combat wheelchair scenario that I brought up not too long ago?
Yep. Alright, Chief, enough fluffing about yourself. I know you love puffing your goddamn feathers out. Do it anymore, you're gonna look like a goddamn clown show. A circus act. But yeah, TJ, I'm familiar enough with some RPGs. I was able to do a little bit of touch and go when I first started picking up second ed.
I'm gonna go
Throw me something, I'll see what I can do.
We'll play around, make my internal systems and whatnot, get Reggie's contribution, get his roll hammered down, and a little ship built.
Yeah,
try to make that.
Who's it?
Gotcha.
Yeah, you guys. Yeah, I'm just saying there's options on the table. Like I said, Arus, because of that, Arus, you can really have fun with that. And I'm not like I said, don't take that the wrong way, Arus. That's actually a very big compliment on my end. You have more now than most people do for that freshness that DMs like. You haven't been spoiled like someone like an old dog like me who's been doing this way too long.
That's where that smell's coming from.
Yep. I'm an old dog. It's how it goes, man. When you've done this for so fucking long, it just has that energy.
All right. Somebody's getting a biscuit. You want a biscuit?
And on that note, I think you have a great idea, DJ. If you want to just solo story. What?
Is it a church's biscuit?
I heard that too. I caught that. I was like, oh, really? Thank you so much, everybody. We will see you guys tomorrow. We are going to be doing the fun that is. We will most likely be looking at UFC, and I think tomorrow will probably be the Steven Seagal conversation. So we'll be talking about that. If you want to join us for the black belt, where Steven Seagal kind of does his thing and talks about himself, because I believe that's the article that has Steven Seagal in it. It's actually kind of an interesting one. You're totally welcome to join us, DJ and Arus. You're always welcome here. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, chat. Thank you, everybody. I hope you enjoyed. And yeah, no, I hope you guys had absolute fun. I will see you next time on Orc War Chief Reviews. Have yourselves a very good one. Like and subscribe.